Yeah.
To the party. We'll just stay in the party and okay, he's here. Let me add him as well.
Nice. Nice.
Boys, your
Awesome.
races.
Okay, we're gonna get that going. It's gonna be nice.
Sweet. I tried actually, like for the first 3 players, I tried picking like not just Terrans. Because I didn't want to end up, you know, being a TVZ kind of subword throughout.
I got quite a few Protosses spread there. I did sub one of the Protosses out for, I think, Bushwhackers Zerg, if I remember, but got... Oh, yeah, we got quite a few Zergs in here as well, actually. Oh, no, got some Terran.
TVZ?
I got a pretty good mix. Pretty good mix.
Yeah. Okay, we got TVZ for the first game.
Oh, alright. Alright, Minerful versus Rheinwasser. Should be great. So TVZ, I reckon Abyssal should be fine.
Sure.
Let's just, if they're okay with Abyssal, you guys okay with Abyssal?
That sounds good. Cannot get more standard than that.
Alright, host her up, let's do it. I find that, yeah, for me, the biggest thing is I'm just like, if I let people veto down to a single map, it takes so long. Especially you know, as a pro gamer, sometimes it takes you like 10 minutes for your bloody pro gamer experienced opponent to finish vetoing.
Yeah.
But then you add someone who's never even played a tournament or thought about vetoing maps before, and they're just like going to take like 25 minutes. It's like, I'm always just like, are you just happy with this map? You are? Good, let's host it. Bam, go.
They're too scared at that point to say no. They're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, give them some terrible map they have a 10% win rate on. I don't even care as long as the games keep moving.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready?
Alright, I'm ready. Looks like the boys are ready whenever you're good to go. Let's start her up.
Let's do it. TVZ Classic.
Oh yeah.
Good old.
Have you been how's your TVZ experience been lately? Have you been making it happen?
Oh, I've not been playing Terran for a very long time, to be honest. I've been...
oh, really? I thought you were doing a mix, but you're mostly learning the other races, are you?
I mean, I'm basically playing all 3 races. Like, I have Series 2 Grandmaster, so I've been having a lot of fun with that.
Cool.
Okay. Introduce your player.
Alright, up here in the top left in the purple, person who subs to the best streamer in the world. It is Rheinwasser.
In the bottom right, we have... probably the winner of this game, the Minerful, the Orange Terran. Okay. How do you see this game going?
Well, you know, Rheinwasser up here, he's a badass, right? He's coming in as the underdog. He's Silver 1, right?
Okay.
You guys in the Gold League, he thinks he's all awesome. He's got that shiny gold logo around his name.
Yeah.
For Rheinwasser, he's got nothing to lose. He's gonna come in swinging. We're going to see some Banelings crash into some non-splitted Marines, and there's going to be some Terran tears in your chat. All right?
That's very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I have to ask you. Did you notice like a pattern in your subs and viewers where they all in, or they always play macro games, or they play weird base of you know watching you?
You know, it's funny, right? Because I do a good mix of both these days. Like, but I think in the old days it used to be very like macro centric, and I think especially I guess the Zergs I've coached, it's like very macro heavy. But whenever I watch like a clan match, it's like 80% very wonky timing attacks and cheeses. So it's like pretty aggressive. Like all of my clan managers, especially, shout out to like Imperfection who's in chat right now, Wobulator, a few of these other guys. Especially the Protoss players, man. There's a lot of 2-base timings coming out, but we're gonna I think there's a decent range because like there's quite a big community. So I guess maybe I just happen to cast the matches when we have like CTL games where it's some of the cheesier plays coming out. What about your guys? Are they more macro heavy, more all in?
I mean, as far as Terran guys, they like 80% of them go mech. But we'll see what they end up doing. I know, like, if they're Zerg or Protoss, they usually, because again, I do these like wonky series. Like right now, I'm doing Sky Zerg to Grandmaster, which is what it says it is. So sometimes you see these people just kind of copying the builds and just doing these weird things, and the other guy's probably like, "What are you doing?"
That's sick. I'm not. We have like one. I want to call him the official mascot of my clan, of the Taste the Bacon clan. His name is Steven. He's not playing today, unfortunately.
Okay.
He's Australian anyway, so he would be terrible if he matched up against an EU player, because they'd both have terrible ping. But yeah, he is like our mascot, in that he just is a complete psychopath. He plays every race and just does like every build. It feels like his entire aim is to confuse his opponent into leaving the game. It's like 2-base adrenal gland, just mass zergling rush, like, you know, brood lords at 7 minutes. If he's playing Protoss, he's just gonna like proxy every building. Like every single game is a new type of weird. He's done heaps of planetary fortress rushes, BCs. So I like to think of him as our special mascot who keeps things kind of interesting.
That's your ace, basically.
Yeah.
When you play against innovation, that's what you send out.
Exactly.
Take care of him.
Hope he can break his brain. Do you remember Innovation versus Life at back in WCS BlizzCon finals, the one where they played in the semis and Life just like broke Innovation's brain?
Oh, with Zerglings?
Yeah, and then like tried to do the Thor drop.
Yeah,
and he saw a single roach move out of the base.
Yeah,
and he thought it was like the tail end of a roach all in. So he like boosts his Thors home, and like there's a single roach outside his base, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah,
and he's like,
I remember that.
Yeah. It's so funny, man. Like, I feel like even at the top level, people's brains do just break occasionally. Speaking of broken brains, Reinvasser is building a lot of roaches, but that's a ton of cyclones, man. Oh my god, I'm really afraid.
Mechanical power incoming.
Oh, he's gonna go out and fight all three. Oh, one cyclone's gonna go down. But, oh god, repair. Oh man. Wow, Reinvasser is focus firing. Oh my god. That's actually sick. I did not expect focus fire at this level. That's amazing.
Okay, but the cyclones coming in, trickling in.
Oh, he's gonna get it! Wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The cyclones.
I thought that one-base cyclone would work, man. I died to this like pretty much same push the other day.
Did you ever? I mean, this happens to me sometimes where you try to do an all-in, but you face an all-in, which is what's happening here. It's kind of, well, this is like a semi all-in, but from Terran, it's very very all-in.
I think that's like the worst thing. If you're all-inning a Zerg player and they were already planning to all-in you, like. There's so many opportunities for the Zerg to like spot you moving out, realize what's happening, and then just have like that perfect like surrounding engagement. And you as like the Terran or the Protoss going into it, you're always like, I think this attack's gonna work. And you walk in, he has got like 10 times more units than you expect, and you're like, oh, if I had any information.
You're just like, no. Why do you have this many units at this point? And you check the replay, it's like, oh.
Oh, he had less workers than me. I actually should have gone home and built a third command center. Okay.
Oh, this is a comeback right here. Getting some free links. See, in Gold League in EU, we do not build orbital commands. We did some research and we found that it is indeed not good, and we just prefer, you know.
Dude, look at the kills. That's a 13 kill cyclone. It finally dies. The other one's got 9. It's about to have 10 kills.
Come on! You can do it!
Wow.
Last shot. Yeah, I like how the SCD tried to go for it. Did you see?
He was like, revenge!
Whoa.
No GG.
No GG. Wow.
Wow, and I told you, man. Like, Reinvasser, he comes in as the underdog. He's got nothing to lose, and we get to see a little bit of the character of your subs there, you know?
Wow.
No good game.
That was interesting. Okay. Well, that was game number 1. With a little bit of salt at the end. But it happens to the best of us, I guess.
To be fair, we've all had those games where you think you type GG, but you don't hit enter or something. You just exit. And to be fair, even though usually when someone doesn't GG, they're salty as all hell. Every now and then, the person just forgets to type it. Every now and then.
Yeah. Let's just go with that. Let's just go with that. Oh, he just typed in the chat. I just forgot to say GG, no salt.
Okay.
Well, GG. 1-0. Okay, let's see, who do we have next? My mouse has been deciding to not work today.
Ooh, it's a shame.
Okay.
Oh, next up, it's just going to be a platinum game. So, Save the Jelly. You are up next, mate. Where are you from? Let us know. And we're on EU right now. So, if you can play EU, that's probably ideal. But we'll find out where Beastie's player is from as well, and we'll figure out what's best. Apparently, my mic was clipping a little bit. Thank you, Stacky Man, for the heads up. I was getting a bit excited there and shouting into it, so I should probably chill out on that one. Let me just turn my gain down ever so slightly, I guess.
Okay.
Very slightly.
Okay. It's actually pretty interesting. Also, when I was doing sub tournaments, so I also started like, you know, bronze, silver, gold, and then next time it was platinum, diamond, and it's super interesting to see like the difference in leagues, you know, as they progress, like how each, you know, next league has a little bit better timing, you know, starts doing this or starts micring or macroing better, and you can just see like the improvement from one league to another.
It's actually so cool, and my personal favorite is when there's like a real weirdo player who normally it's like pretty linear, right? It's like they're a bit better with kind of the macro, a bit better with the micro here, but then there's like that occasional player who has like Silver League macro and GM level micro.
Yeah.
With like they're like one base pushes or something. And you're like, oh my god, like the focus fire, the blink micro or something. You're like, whoa, but he hasn't spent his money in 5 minutes. Like. This is actually insane. I love those players who like really just like hardcore hone in on one aspect of the game, get insanely good at it. Like I've had a few Terran players who like drop multi-prong like crazy well. They're doing like hot pickup micro. They're dropping individual marauders into clumps of banelings, like all that stuff. They'll do the thing where you set up on the edge of creep with the first two Widow Mines.
Yeah. You
bait in the Ling Bane, you pick up at the last second, and the Widow Mines kill all the Lings and Banes that are balled up. Like, that stuff's all pretty advanced. I'm like seeing Diamond players doing that like perfectly, and I'm like, oh my god! Big shout out to you, Triple, who's a Diamond player I coached, who would win every game just through that sort of stuff, and would always be floating kind of thousands of minerals and stacking that up. And since then, he's worked on his macro really hard and is actually a much more well-rounded beast now because he actually spends his money and knows how to parade push rather than just dropping his way to victory.
Yeah, beast style. It's all like you said. It's always funny. Like I've had a guy that I coached that was Diamond 1. His macro, like everything on point. Like I'm looking at his build, like on point. You know, no mistakes. He's transitioning into 2-3 base, and I'm like, how do you lose this game? Like you're already like 20 supply ahead at like 7 minutes. Through macro. He's like, oh, don't worry, you'll see. So he's attacking the Zerg, and the Zerg has like 15 Banes against like 30 Marines, and he just like does not move the Marines at all, and just loses everything. And I'm like, oh, okay, we'll work on that.
That's actually the funniest. Yeah, he's like, what? How do you lose? Oh, you don't split. Okay. Yeah. It's like we're getting the Marine challenge out, man. It's time to get in that arcade and play some Marine split challenge.
Okay, so we have a Plat 3 versus Plat 2 TVT.
Awesome. Oh wow, sick.
What map would be good for TVT?
So TVT, I think they're all pretty decent. What do you think about maybe like Mech Depot?
Sure. We don't want TVT with a huge map. That's for sure.
Yeah, Mech Depot is like pretty big, but oh, actually, you know what could be fun? We could do Catalina.
Sure. Doom Trump.
Since that's like a pretty Terran favored map, so I reckon get the Terrans to play against the Terrans on it.
Sure, that works. Oh, we should ask them.
Oh yeah, heads up, just in case there's anyone who's signed up to play who's like never played a tournament match and is like lol, please do turn this thing off while you are actually playing your match, just in case anyone's tempted to listen to our insightful commentary.
Yeah, just in case we actually need to say it, you should not watch the stream while we do these games if you're playing.
Just in case there's the one person who's like, well, they didn't specifically say not to. It's like, no, close it.
Like,
close the stream.
I wasn't supposed to? Oh, okay. Okay, so Deutschland does not want to do Catalina, So I asked for interloper. They said sure.
Okay. Sounds good. Nice, small, aggressive map here. Gonna have to see what happens in this one.
Group boys ready. Actually, Deutschland won the last sub tournament by doing one build every single game against every single opponent, and no one was able to defend it. So I'm not sure if he kind of is still doing the same thing, but we'll see. Are you ready though?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it.
Nice. So I got a question in my chat from Shinnavinjuk. He says, "Pig, what's your SC2 chat channel? I'm looking for practice partners." So I'd love to ask Beasty first of all. You've got a Discord group, right?
Yes. So there's a Discord group. There's a bunch of people. Everyone is ordered with races and leagues. So you can literally do like at Diamond or whatever league you are and kind of find people, well, of any league in race to play with.
Cool, and if you guys just type !multi in chat, if you don't know where Beasty's stream is, you can watch both of our streams from there. Obviously, only turn the audio on one of the streams, or you will hate, it'll be kind of terrible. But that way you can watch both of our views, catch the, the double observing beauty. And you can just type !Discord in your chat, I believe, to get your Discord channel. And that's the same for me. If you guys type !Discord in my channel, we have a very big general Discord. It's split into different race chats where people talk about strategies. And my clan is the one actual... I have a PiG channel in-game, which people do hang out in sometimes, but it's just a chat channel. It's not organized as a group, because the more organized part is my clan, which is Taste the Bacon, aka Pig's Pan. And if you want to join that, just ask in the Discord. The clan managers are hanging out in there, and they can shoot you a PM and see, let you know what the clan's all about, which is mainly playing matches with fun, having actual friends to improve with, and not playing StarCraft as an isolated, lonely experience, which I think far too many people play, and it's why they get frustrated with the game, because they don't have anyone to help them learn such a complicated match.
That is very true, and sometimes people just want to play one matchup, they don't want to queue ladder, they just want to play against Terran today, or against Protoss, and that's why you have these, channels, servers, clans, where you can kind of find people to play against.
Hells yeah, well let's introduce these players spawning down here in the bottom right-hand side in the purple. Repping the pigsty, it is Save.
In the top left, we have the German blue Terran. It is Deutschland. Okay, so he's actually not doing the build he won the tournament with. So the build he was doing was 3 barracks, the Wings of Liberty style, just one base with stim.
One base stim?
Yeah!
That's awesome.
The funny thing is we played on Wings of Liberty map, so I was like, I don't know if he's doing it because of that, or it's just kind of like his thing, but right now we see that he does know how to build as well.
That was the equivalent of the 4-gate back in the day.
Yeah,
every race had their very simple all-in, which I'd say about 60% of players in the early days chose to just do every game because they didn't really want to play a back and forth or reactive game of StarCraft. They just wanted to kill some people. So a lot of players used to do the one-base stim push. Speaking of one-base stim pushes...
There we go!
What? It looks like Save maybe watched your last subscriber tournament was like, hey, I heard this works really well. Let's use the same build back at him.
No, you know what he's doing? He's outsmarting Deutschland. He saw the tournament and he's like, he had 3 barracks. I'm gonna make 4. And I'm gonna have more units and I'm gonna win automatically.
Reactors are overrated, man.
Yeah.
Just single gas, gets that efficiency going. And man, he's gonna have a ton of Marines. Meanwhile, looks like Deutschland, so he's getting a tech lab factory up. Ooh, a bit of a scan there. So Save is gonna see that. It's a very early scan though. So I don't know if he actually noticed that it's siege tanks rather than a swap over for Banshees.
Yeah.
And I mean, if Deutschland gets his tank set up well, like he'll be fine. But if he gets caught moving out when Save pushes out with Stim Buyer, then we're just going to see Save wipe his army like really quickly.
I like that he's doing the bunker the natural. I'm not sure if this is like I'm being defensive, but I believe this is for, I have an expand here kind of thing. He's trying to fake it.
Little does he know that Deutschland doesn't believe in scouting.
Yeah, he definitely does not. Oh, but he's putting the tank very, very defensive.
That's a good save spot. The scouting scouting SCV is
Whoa!
what?
Hold up! What do we have here? Deutschland, let me see his reaction.
Yeah, I'm on his camera as well. He
camera.
hasn't noticed just yet. He hasn't noticed at all.
Imagine this finishes.
Oh my god, it's just below his camera. He's not watching his map. He has no idea it's there.
See, guys.
The funny thing is he even coming across the map? He is. He's coming across the map. The siege tank doesn't reach. Oh my god, the army's about to get there. The Liberator's going to spot this. Oh my god, he's stimming to get into the bunker. What? This is madness. The Liberator got cleaned up by the bio there. The other units are stimming in. The siege tank in the back on the high ground, though, is doing pretty well. And oh god. Siege tank splash damage, Beastie.
Apparently, siege tanks are good against one base bio pushes. That was okay. Okay, that's something new learned today. Wow.
Turns out they can hold on pretty well. And it looks like Deutschland 35 SCVs, 2 base economy versus 1 base. I think he's in a pretty great position right now. However,
this is this is how you lose the games, though. When you're like, okay, let me move out, and then you get caught and just die.
Man. There is no combat shields for save. I think that's a big thing. He's forgotten that, and he's accidentally rallying in. A single Marauder tries to take on 3 tanks and 12 Marines. Doesn't go too well. Uh-oh, save. Got to pull out that F2 key, mate. Even with a stim, I don't think he's got the numbers to take out these Marines and tanks. Oh, but he's hiding!
Uh-oh.
He's got a flank there ready!
Uh-oh.
He might actually find a really nice angle. I think Deutschland needs to just siege up, man.
Oh, he's checking. He's checking. Oh, Deutsch. Uh-oh.
Whoa! Okay, the stim bio comes forward. Tanks are exposed. Oh, man. I think Save's going to clean up this army.
Oh, my God. Massacre. See, guys, that's why you don't move out like that. Just you know, stay back, macro up, get some more, you know, production, get a third. There's no rush. It's TVT. It's a beautiful chess game. Take it slow, and you'll get to the end of the finish line and actually win the game.
Factory is only just starting for Save now, but Save did expand behind this, so Save will be able to macro up, but it's going to be way behind Deutschland, man. Deutschland's at 44 SCVs. This is actually a pretty sick 2-base economy, and with the double tech lab, I think we're going to see stim and combat shields coming out, and with all the constant tank production that Deutschland's focusing on, he's actually very safe. So I think Deutschland's like solid mechanics here, 0 scouting, very little moving out of his base, but I think he's going to be solid.
Yeah, so far so good. Now he's grabbing the third. He's like, okay, that did not work. Okay, let me try something else. Let me try not moving for a little bit. And see how that works this time.
And the bio just building up in the middle of the map. Save, hoping he can get another ambush off. Does remember combat shields now. Thank God. I was, for the number of games I've cast of players that always forget combat shields for the entire game. And it's like, oh man, you have 3-3 Marines and you still don't have combat shields. Please remember that upgrade.
They're very good skill to have, are those shields. Give you that extra HP.
Siege tank shots, if you don't have shields and you've just stimmed, it's just like everything just disappears.
Okay, well, I mean, Deutschland is just right now very far ahead, but he might make another mistake, like this drop right here. This is another way if this gets caught.
Looks like it's a pretty good angle. He's queued it up to go right in. There is a missile turret he's going to fly past and another missile turret near where he's dropping. So his planned flight path is going to be deadly, but if he just unloads on the first turret, this is going to be so hard because Save is just rallying across the map. And what's the golden rule of TVT, boys and girls? It's leave your rally point in your main base or you're going to die to a drop. You always leave that rally point at home unless you have absolute map control. And right now, can the turret defend the base? Ooh.
Oh, but he doesn't know there's another one.
Oh, no. Oh, he finds the sweet spot. Very nicely done there. Deutschland, well done.
Okay.
Big thanks to the subs, guys. Appreciate that. SC2 Plasmid with a 3-month resub. It says, loved you and the Puck show match. Thank you so much, mate. We also had AC to Seat as well with the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much.
God, that was painful. I don't know if you just saw that, but that was one of those things.
Did kill 15 SCVs though. Yeah, so And the pickup was a little bit gross, but I think Deutschland's pretty happy with his position right now. Hey, that siege tank there, you know, enjoying a bit of the friendly fire as well.
He has so many siege tanks. That's going to be a very, very interesting fight. He has so many Vikings and so many siege tanks. He's reminding me of like just almost mech, I feel like.
Yeah, he's been watching too much of your old mech streams, mate. He's like, I want to be like Beastie one day. I want to have the mech, man.
He's trying to go bio, but he's just like, his personality is just pulling him towards mech. He's just like, let me drop these useless marines and just make more tanks and more Vikings.
I mean, it gives me a tiny bit of hope for Save, but because Save doesn't really have many medevacs out yet, there's like one and it's just chilling at home. That's the big problem. I feel like with Save's army, like the one chance is you catch these tanks on siege, the Vikings just fly over your army. As long as he has more bio than the bio of Deutschland, like there's always the chance for that one perfect engagement, and then Save is back in this game. Yeah, he's down in upgrades a little bit, but he's only down 10 army supply. The Marauders are going to make mincemeat out of the tanks. And yeah, I mean, if he can just stim on top, it'll do great. But you know what I can foresee? Because I've got a crystal ball with me. I don't know if you've watched my stream. I have a crystal ball. I can see into it, and I see this entire bio army walking into that planetary fortress and turning into one burnt-up fucking barbecue Terran mass of meat.
The most of the games that I see between, like, you know, bronze and diamond is just one guy, even doesn't matter who's ahead, one guy always runs into like a line of siege tanks without realizing and being like, oh, GG, and just leaves the game. Ooh, that's Rasta.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like it.
Please, I'd like to see a bit of hold position there. Nah, he didn't hold position. Come on, please hold position, Save.
No.
Oh, but Deutschland's gonna get the tank siege, man. No!
Okay, Deutschland sieging up the siege tanks. Oh my god, no! Oh.
Limbs go flying everywhere. Save! Oh man, Save's army just got wrecked. Ooh.
A little bit back.
Luckily, Deutschland doubts himself. I think Deutschland could have jumped on there, but wasn't sure how many units there were. Oh, okay, good scan. Deutschland gonna take out that winner mine.
He's not feeling safe. He's like, I don't have 30 tanks yet. We should go back. Okay.
It's 1-1 versus 1-1. +2. He's going to be finishing in about 40 seconds, though, for Deutschland. So, Deutschland way up on economy, way up on overall supply right now. Has a third mining against the two-base player, but Save knows he's got to go for the flank. This is a clever move, but he's going to have to go through a little bit of a choke point to make this work.
If you have children covered their eyes, this is about... Oh my god, no! Do not...
Oh, he's on siege! There we go! Save's going for it from the back, but he's not going from the front at the same time. Oh no, he's move commanded!
And, nice!
No. Oh my god.
GG.
Oh my god.
That was TVT, guys. That was TVT.
Whoa. Limbs everywhere. Oh my god, so many body parts.
That was a good
wow.
That's why I like to play mech. When you siege up, but you're just a little bit late, you know, to the siege up, and the bio player's like, oh my god, I'm gonna jump with these units, and then the things just like shoot all once, and there's just no bio anymore. That's just beautiful. That's what I live for.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. That was a good couple of matches where we're 1-1 so far. You know, Deutschland there pulls it back, defeats his own, well, the leveled up version of his own build with the 4 barracks. Shout out to Save the Jelly for fighting hard though. Of course, Jelly, who's just hopped back into chat, you weren't watching the games, but me and Beastie were talking about how Deutschland won Beastie sub-tournament just by using the same build that you tried to use there every game. The one base stim attack, but oh man, that bunker, it almost worked. The siege tank on the high ground and the siege tank in the back, though, a little bit too strong.
Okay, cool. So the next player that I have coming up, if the Discord race doesn't lie, he's a random player.
Nice. And I've got, oh my god, Bad Beats, lol, get your ass up in here. Hop on EU, let us know what, you can let me know in Twitch chat actually where you're from, Bad Beats. If you can't play EU, maybe we can probably play East, US East or something like that. And Beastie can also figure out where his boy is from.
Boy. Okay, we'll figure
Or
out.
girl.
Let me just
Could
ask him.
girl.
Where was your sub from?
I'm just about to find out. I think he's just logging in now.
Oh yeah, he just said MNA.
Oh, he's already in here. Oh, he's already in there. Very nice. Yeah, we've got Bushwhacker up next, and then No Pret. So let's get these guys in here. It should be great.
Mackin _, thank you for subbing, and the Outsider 95, thank you so much for subbing. Welcome, guys.
Okay, so should we hop on NA, or how about, where's your guy from? Is he NA as well, or?
I asked, but he's not responding. Are you? Okay, let me ask him in game. He just logged in, so he probably didn't see the Discord message.
How's your ping? So if you want to check your ping, guys, by the way, just in case everyone's like, I don't know if my ping's good or bad. Most people don't even, because they just play on their own server, so they never look. F10, options, language and region. And there should be a server option. I don't know if that, oh, it doesn't work on EU because there's only one server, right? Okay. Ignore me, that only works if you're on a server with multiple servers, because then that drop-down list will actually have the options and it'll tell you your ping.
We can do NA. I mean, it's only fair. It wouldn't be fair if we do all the games on EU. My guy is from Germany, but
yeah, let's just do just check if he's okay to do US East. Okay, yeah, because Ohio is like kind of central, but often those central areas have pretty terrible connections. So if we do US East, I think it should be fine. Most whenever I've played from Germany, I've had like 110 ping maybe to US East, which is super playable.
yeah.
Anything under 150, I feel like you barely even notice, to be honest. I'm from Australia, so if I have 150 ping, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, no lag at all.
Yeah, there's no lag at all, man. I feel like 220 ping upwards of that is where I'm like, screw this. This is terrible. This is making me upset. But anything below that, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Just doing our thing.
So he's fine. He said, I suck. That's why I left. I suck. So if you wanna, I can play on NA. It won't make a difference. So we can play on US East.
All right, let's go over to same channel on America. Let's all hop in there, and we'll get that going. I forgot to say it in the chat channel, but hopefully they'll figure it out. All right, join Pig Beastie over here on NA. All right, we're the Pig Beastie channel.
Where are we? Pig Beastie or Beastie Pig?
How about why not both?
Sure,
why not
let's make it safe.
All right, we're in Beastie Pig as well. So for the guys, AC Deceit, I don't think I got any more space in this sub war, but you know, I think me and Beastie are having a good time. So I think, you know, we might organize another one in a week, maybe 2 weeks. It's just a fun thing for us to do, you know, cast some matches, get some players to play against each other and all that sort of thing. So thank you very much for subbing, and yeah, I can definitely get you in the next one. The next one I'm going to kind of put the word out about a little bit more ahead of time. Normally there would probably only be space for 7 players, kind of like today. And I guess we're probably going to play all the matches, right, Beastie? Even if one side...
Yeah, sure. That's what I did last time. Why not?
Cool. I think that sounds fun.
We want to get as many games in, make sure as many people play.
Alright, okay, let's go. Races, guys. So do you want to just get 8-bit locks in there? Awesome.
Sure.
And it looks like, okay, so my one is Zerg, Bad Beats is Zerg, and...
let me just double check. Okay, he is random. Okay, cool.
Alright, so why don't we just say you guys okay with Odyssey, I guess,
sure.
or Ascension or something?
No Catalina, please. Catalina, no one,
why
no
does
one
everyone
likes
hate
it.
the Octopus?
I hate it as well.
I love that map, as long as I'm cheesing.
Yeah, it depends what race you play, I think. Like, as a mech Terran, no. But if I play other races, oh sure. Don't mind it at all.
It's so good for drops, bio drops, liberators.
Yeah.
I think my favorite on it is probably Archon drop in PvZ, because like you've just got so many angles to bring any sort of aerial harassment in. It just feels so fun and abusable and disgusting. Kind of like Proxima Station was.
Yeah, I love
that map.
doing,
That map is broke.
I love doing like the 4 Hellion drop, but not even the Hellbats, just like 4 Hellions. Because like you said, you can drop it in so many places in the main base that it's, you know, it's always gonna do something, and you can just kind of bail when it gets too dangerous. Okay.
Exactly.
So did you end up picking the Diamond and the Master players, by the way?
Yep. Next up, we're gonna have Bushwhacker. So guys, hop into chat channel and let us know where you guys are from. For now, let's all just meet on NA for the next couple players. So Bushwhacker and then NoPret. If you guys could start hopping into channel in the near little future, or make sure as soon as this game's over you hop on, that would be great.
Okay.
What are you? Cool. Your next guy's good. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Well, that's good. They are
Let's
ready.
do it.
Let me give us a referee just in case. Let's go.
Do you so Beastie, I got a question for you. Have you ever watched a YouTuber called iDubbbz?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
My chat is obsessed with asking me if I'm him. Obsessed. Apparently, I feel like any person with glasses, they just like, that is the same as every other person with glasses. I feel like I need to start a movement. You know, people keep assuming that I am the same as another person with glasses. I'm feeling upset by it. These guys, you know.
People with glasses are humans too. I mean, I wear glasses as well. I know how you feel. Exactly, I've experienced that before as well, you know.
Do people say you look like anyone that you get like really offended by? That I don't mind the iDubbbz comparison. I think he's funny while being a little bit dweeby. I think it's he seems like a funny guy.
Yeah, I love.
Do you get any really offensive ones?
Not really. I don't remember the last time someone told me like, "Oh, you look like this guy." So
that's good.
I don't get a lot of those, but yeah.
You must be very distinctive, then. You know? Everyone's like, this guy just looks like himself. Looks like his own human.
I mean, I guess it's a good thing. I'm not sure. Beastie looks like Eddie Murphy.
That is a comparison I can get behind. That is a comparison I can get behind.
But only if he wears glasses. Let's get that you know, straight.
Yeah, like when he's doing the movies where he acts as multiple characters. Yeah, you look like Eddie Murphy when he's doing a character with glasses.
Oh, that is true. 100%. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Okay, so 8-bit locks in the bottom right did get a Protoss because he's a random player, so that's going to be interesting. And not the EG Hydra scouting with a drone because he wants to know what he's facing.
Smart call there. Doesn't want to go down to any cannon rush or anything like that. Sorry guys, heads up. Apparently people said Beastie's a little bit quiet. I'm sorry about that. We're using Skype because we had some Discord issues. And if you guys have ever used Skype, you know that getting the volume right on Skype is more annoying than any other program, as getting anything right on Skype basically is. So I've got it on max volume right now. That's all I can do. I'm sorry, guys. I can turn my own volume down a little bit. I'll just try and remember to turn it back up a little bit later. So, yeah. Hopefully I remember to do that and we should be good.
Okay. So we do see a 1 base opening from 8-bit locks. Which is, do you remember the times where people used to do this very often? Like on the beginning of Legacy, this was kind of like the build. You pump, was it like 4 adepts?
Yeah, there's like a few different cool ways you can do it. You know, some really good players still do this sometimes, right? I remember Showtime was doing this for, even at the start of this year. He was bringing it in. A few other players were. It's really, quite volatile though. Like sometimes you get in, the Zerg just doesn't react and takes a ton of damage. But 8-bit wanted to go for the faster Nexus here, so only 1 adept out so far. So I guess this is more of like a security double gate rather than a another one. I'm just sorry for you guys on my stream. Up here in the top left, not EG Hydra is my player. This is my one. Down here is Beastie's player. Sorry, I didn't properly zoom in for the introductions, just so you guys know.
In the green trunks, 8-bit locks is the random Benjo.
Oh, very fast Twilight.
Some say he's the best random platinum player in Europe. I'm not sure if that's true. It's just a legend.
It's just a legend.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to see. Today is definitely the day when urban legends may become true.
Yeah. You never know. This guy might be actually Idra.
Oh man, he's got such a fast melee upgrade, you know.
I mean,
Damn.
that's an Idra thing for sure.
Yeah, Idra's the guy who loves to just rush upgrades. Definitely. Oh, the drones are gonna run. Okay, the Adepts. Oh, 2 Zerglings, 2 Queens, doing pretty good. Run, drones, run! Okay, the Adepts, they turn around, throw some frisbees into the face of those Zerglings, take them out. Good micro.
Hold up. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, there's nothing in the main. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Gonna get 3 drone kills. Ooh, there we go. Oh my god, these drones, so much mining time and so many Zerglings being forced out. 8-bit getting some worthwhile damage there, and 1 Adept looks like she might even get home if those Zerglings don't give chase. And yeah, not EG Idra taking a real punch to the face there.
Just like the real Idra would.
The opponent decided to attack. He takes a lot of damage and then gets very angry.
Can you imagine Idra playing against Adepts and Oracles? Oh
my god, dude.
That just
I remember when he would get mad at Phoenix. Like, you imagine him playing versus Mass Oracle? It's like, oh my god.
he did not live through this. This is the real pain.
Uh-oh. Mothership Core's not out yet. Oh god. Bad beats. Uh-oh, he's getting out of control. Both mineral lines taking big damage right now. Overcharge in the main. Oh, but good pullback from not EG Idra. Avoids the pylon in the back. He's still going for these workers. Oh, this is huge. This might be game-ending damage.
Oh my god, he's AFK with the probes as well. These +1 links, like the difference they do in DPS is so insane. Okay, but the game is not over. He does have Adepts. Okay? And with Adepts, anything is possible. That's what I... No, don't say GG, you got Adepts.
You got to counterattack.
You got to
counterattack. Okay, so this is so typical as well of a Zerg player, right? You wipe out your opponent's entire economy. What's the first thing you do? Just keep droning. Watch him just continue to drone right now. This is like every Zerg's decision-making in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I better make some upgrades in a Hydralisk Den to beat the 6-probe Protoss. Like, just build fighting units to make sure you don't die to the counterattack right now! No, look at that, more drones in the production tab. Oh my god, every Zerg player ever. Oh my god.
Okay, he just saw the Adepts move out. Is he going to make more drones? That's the question I have for you.
He's supply blocked. No.
You're like, make units. Now he's like 12 more drones.
He's got 2 Banelings on the way. That's it. He's got 2.
Oh my god, more drones!
Are you kidding me? More drones.
Okay, come on, Adepts. Come on. We've seen you win tournaments. We know you can do it. Come on. Don't be shy now. Okay, so now I feel like he should make more drones because he just lost 10, and I mean it's only 39 against 12 workers.
Ooh, some really good Baneling hits. 8-bit not spreading. All 4 or 5 Adepts taking the Baneling hits to the face, and it looks like even though he's not building many fighting units, not EG Idra will win in true Idra fashion, barely surviving because he's droning while his opponent's completely all in.
Look at production tab.
Oh my god, you madman! You sick madman. He's a sick puppy.
18.
That's it. This is. Oh. I make fun of this, and I just want to be clear for the guys in chat. This is the exact same thing I do. I'm like, I need to get more workers because he has Protoss units. Like, there's this irrational part of the Zerg brain that says you need to have 26 times as many drones because if they have 1 Archon and a High Templar, you're going to lose your whole force. And it's like, he clearly would only have Adept Tech at this point. Like, even if you're at equal workers as Zerg at this stage of tech, you're ahead. Because you've got Hydras up against Adepts, right? Like, you got way better units. But Zergs will just always go on that mode of, like, all they see in their mind's eye inside the Protoss base is 2 Robos, a Templar Archives, and just, like, tons of Immortals and High Templar coming out. It's like, actually, you just need fighting units right now. That's all you need. But he's just like, nah, Queen's drones, that's all we need for now.
When I started off racing Zerg, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, I would play and I would have like this OCD that if I'm on 3 base, I have to saturate all 3 before making units. So I was just like dying. I would see like it's not 16 drones yet, and I was just like, okay, let me make just 6 more, and then I just like the guy attacks and I lose 20. I'm like, okay, I'll just remake those 20, and then I'll start making units, and I just end up, you know, well, losing the game. because of it. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's very tempting to just pump out like as many drones as you want.
I think that's like the Zerg thing as well, is because people talk about how, you know, Zerg can be very easy, and it is macro-wise if you get left alone and you're allowed to just like saturate 3 bases and then build units. But the moment Zerg starts having to like replace drones, because every time they lose a worker, every time they build an extractor or a structure, they got to replace it. So one of the most finicky APM intensive things for Zerg is constantly adjusting your saturation and replacing workers that you're using up on buildings, all of this sort of thing. So I think yeah, a lot of Zergs, like, they just want to finish that as early as possible in the game so they can just focus on building units and spreading creep, and they don't have to think about their economy at all. So if you can disrupt that, I think a lot of Zerg players kind of fall apart pretty hard because they're like, no, I just want to get those drones up, and it's this, like you said, it's compulsive.
No,
and
I agree
think
with
there's
that.
a reason for it.
I agree. I think, I mean, as someone who plays like random quite a bit, it's super hard to be good with Zerg to know when to make drones. And it sounds so simple, you know, it's like, oh, well, you just make drones or units. But literally, if you make 1 round extra or less of something, you will die. Like, that's just how it is. Or you will fall behind so much that you will lose the game eventually. And I feel like when I watch someone like Cyril, like ZVZ especially, because that's the matchup that I struggle the most with, when to drone, when to make units. Every time I see them, I watch the games and I'm just like, I don't get it, you know, how they do it. Like, I don't know how they realize when they're safe, when they're not, and so on. Super hard.
It's actually insane when you watch the best ZVZ players in the world. It's like they're just doing so many things at once. Like Cyril's ZVZ, there's always a Zergling in his opponent's main base. I don't even know how it gets there, but there is always a Zergling in his opponent's main base, just circling and spotting everything. And he's like fine-tuning his reaction perfectly. It's actually so sick. I can't wait to see. I just saw on Reddit this morning when I woke up, Cyril hit rank 1 GM on Korea.
I was so
cool
disappointed on people at people on Reddit, like, oh, no one plays, like, it's like, come on guys, he's rank 1 on Korean server. Okay, like rank 1 on Korean server, and a bunch of people, I mean, it is holidays in Korea, but so many people still practice and play.
Especially the best guys. Oh, Baneling dropping the natural, it's gonna hit! Oh, the Mothership Core not doing her job. And a good couple of probe kills there, man.
Oh, in the main though, at the same time.
Oh, he's only just overcharged the natural, but he's not paying attention to the main. These Banelings are gonna drop. Ooh, a couple of big Baneling hits there as well.
Okay, so your predictions: 180 supply Zerg against 70 supply Protoss. Who wins?
Well, I mean, I think the Zerg would normally have it if this was a fair and balanced game, but David Kim ruined everything, and he's the devil. So I think the Protoss is gonna win.
We're gonna find him one day. Whoa!
Whoa! He's like, yeah, okay, man. That's a ton of stuff. G to the G. My man.
Idra with his comeback game into professional scene. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. This is how, it took a little bit of convincing, but I was just like, hey, bro, playing my sub war. I know you haven't played in a while, so we'll put you in the Platinum division. Sounds pretty fair. He was like, all right, just buy me a beer next time. And I was like, yeah, no worries, man. So we got him in there. He managed to take down 8-bit Locks. A good beginning to his return to competitive StarCraft.
He's probably, who am I playing against? You say Protoss. Yeah, God damn it. Not Protoss.
Like, I had a little bit of a pep talk because he was like, I don't know if I really want to play. I don't know if I believe in myself. I just told him that 8-bit there was actually Crunch's godson, his unofficial child. And if anyone, I don't know if you remember Cruncher, was this guy who like knew how to build immortals on 2 bases.
Oh, I remember Cruncher with the smiley face.
Yes. So he just got super friggin' mad, and he was like, I'm gonna kill you now. So that's why he did that. Ran in with the +1 melee Zerglings, and we are up 2-1 right now. But it's been a close back and forth series so far. So awesome.
Okay, so my next guy is Spooky. He's literally Spooky, and he's on NA.
Nice. Okay, so our next one is gonna be it should be Bushwhacker. Because this is Diamond 2/Diamond 3, right?
Let me just make sure.
Let's hope Bushwhacker's around. He's on EU. And your guy's NA, you said, right?
Yeah. Okay, he's Diamond 3.
It's Diamond 3. I think my guy's Diamond 2, so...
Oh, that's good.
I'm not 100% sure. He said, yeah, I'm Diamond 2. Okay, so that should be a pretty good match. You know, so far, my Silver beat your Gold, your Plat 3 beat my Platinum 2. So, like, it's actually been the lower-ranked ladder player who's been winning the matches consistently so far, which is cool. So, I think 1 tier difference is totally fine. As we get to Diamond 1, it's going to be D1 versus D1. As we get to Masters 1, it's going to be Masters 1 versus Masters 1. So those matches are going to be very tightly kind of ladder contested. But yeah, let's see if Bushwhackers are around. I tried before. So I'll see if Bushwhacker can hop on channel Beastyqt.
Kirby561, thank you for subbing. Welcome. That boy.
Pig Beastie.
Puts us just
one and or the other.
Sub.
We've got NoPret in here, who's also my Diamond 1 player. So can you see if your Diamond 1 player's around, just in case Bushwhacker is AFK? Oh no, he's in my Pig channel anyway.
Okay, he's on NA. He's on NA.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yep. Awesome. So, are you okay to play here? What's the ping, Bush? Because Bushwhacker's from the UK, so he should have a good connection, as long as we play US East.
Something funny is about to happen, I think.
Yeah, what's up?
Let me just confirm this.
So for you guys, by the way, if you want to check your ping, options, language and region, and now I can actually show you because we're on NA. Bring down this preferred game server menu, and you can see a ping to all the different servers. And yes, that is correct. I do get 0 milliseconds to Australia because it's in my own city and I have fiber optic internet. So it usually is under 5 ms, and it shows up as 0 in this menu because these aren't exact. 400 ping, almost to Brazil. Thank God I never get forced to play there, and that works out quite well.
So what's funny is my player is in your clan.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I was like, are you? He's like, yeah.
That's so sick. It is spooky. Oh, you said spooky, and I was like, I wonder if that's the spooky I'm thinking of. So we've actually got... Me. Yeah, too spooky for me. Or sometimes it's too spooky 5U in Twitch chat, I think, as well.
I think he's so that's 3 spooky 5me in on Twitch.
Right, yeah, something like that. So that's cool. So we've actually got both of these guys are in my clan, Taste the Bacon. We haven't had any people from my clan in yet, whereas we've had, I think the first guy was in the Beastie Club. Cool. All right, let's see what these guys are happy to play. So
I'm a spy.
This is ZVT, right? I think because Spooky's Terran, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Yes. And I'm pretty sure Bushwhacker's Zerg.
My newest emote just got approved. Yeah. I am super happy. Or not approved, since it doesn't go through approval anymore. But it's so good. Guys in my Twitch chat, just refresh your Twitch and you'll get to see this legendary emote.
Guys, if you aren't already watching, I'm going to link the multi once again in chat. Always nice to go check out some other communities of people who are passionate about StarCraft. And I don't know if you guys know, but Beastie is probably one of the most active YouTubers in StarCraft right now. So definitely check out his channel. I know, especially for you guys who miss some dedicated, like well-edited YouTube content, since all of my stuff these days, while I think it's still quite decent quality, it's all literally just ripped off my stream because I don't have any time to do any kind of really heavily pre-recorded, pre-planned content. Yeah, you guys can definitely go give a sub over to Beastie. Check out his channel. And Beastie is no longer just a pro gamer meching Terran player.
I'm a YouTuber.
He's a pro everything. Yeah, you're playing Zerg, you're doing mass Sky Zerg to GM, like all sorts of different kind of weird, funny, unique ways of playing. So it's a good channel, both here on Twitch and on YouTube, to check out and have a good time. Beastie's really one of the people who's actually just creating good, consistent content. So check it out. Check it out.
Thank you. You know, Pig, I would actually give you a shout out, but honestly, if you've been in StarCraft for any amount of time, and you haven't like seen Pig's YouTube channel, then I don't know what to tell you. How long have you been doing the YouTube for?
I started doing it really like the dailies and everything early last year. So you know, like a year and a half ago, maybe a bit more than that.
Okay.
And before that, I already had like the odd coaching vids go up and different things. But I think a year and a half ago is when it really started going hardcore. And the start of this year is I think when I put out the best content on the channel. And now it's a lot of balance test stuff and a lot of kind of me just commentating games and a lot more fun content going up there at the moment. So it's not as improvement focused, but it's still good. Shall we dive into this match? Are these guys ready?
Sure.
Okay, are they raced up? Shouldn't Spooky be Terran?
Wait,
Am I thinking?
CVZ?
Oh, Spooky's playing Zerg. Okay, I don't know why I was thinking Spooky is Terran. Maybe he plays both. He does play both, doesn't he? He plays Zerg and Terran.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's go. Do you also off-race as Protoss, by the way? I've seen your stream when you played Terran. Do you just play like Terran for fun, or do you do all three?
I play full random these days. Yeah, I almost never even race pick these days. My Terran is definitely my weakest race, but that's just because Bio is very mechanically difficult. And recently I've been working on it a bit, so I'd say I'm probably about 5700 MMR with Terran. My Protoss is a lot higher when it's on point and more consistent. Like I've been able to beat a lot of 6K players. Funnily enough, that's the one unit I suck at. Like I tried to go the mass oracle stuff, and it didn't flow for me, man. I felt dirty. I felt like a little bit gross, you know. Like I was like, this isn't. Oh, I don't know, man. I like ground based StarCraft. I like some mass air builds, but mass oracles, I was like, I'm not too much of a fan of this, man.
I don't know. I was having a lot of fun. Just, you know that Hydra timing that used to exist, and then people walk across the map with Hydra Bane, and you just show up with like 15 oracles. It was funny every single time because people most of the time did not appreciate that.
Oh yeah, people are like I should just be able to A move my Hydras to victory. And you're like, no, actually, lasers.
I'm done. Okay.
All right.
Who do we have in the top left?
Up here, he likes to whack the bush, representing Taste the Bacon and the Pigsty. In the red, it is Bushwhacker.
Hold on, representing Pigpen again. Error in the system. In the bottom right, it is 2 spooky for you, or 3 spooky 5 me, depending on his mood in the day. Okay,
so yeah, we managed to embed a sleeper agent in Beasty's sub count, and he's planned to throw the match. Let's see if he goes through with it, or if he changes allegiance and fights for the Beasty cause.
When I saw him that he was in your clan, I'm like, you're our spy. And he's like, yes, and I was like, okay, cool, that works. Okay. Bushwhacker doing my favorite ZVZ build. You know, I don't know how to play ZVZ, but this is the build I go for every time when I do ZVZ. I love it.
It's going to go pretty nicely. He did start his queen a little bit late, so this is going to be the version where you hit really hard with the first wave of Ling Bane, but your first inject, it's going to trail a little bit behind, and ooh, these Zerglings still rallying out. Is the Overlord going to spot them? Ooh, I think they should be okay. Yeah, okay. Bushwhacker planned this pretty. Oh, okay, he caught a glimpse. But he's actually already committing. Wow, he went right in. He didn't wait at all. Bushwhacker's just going for broke, man.
Okay, what is the best response, by the way? Should do Spooky just make a spine in the main?
Oh man, I think I'm not sure. Right now, he's got so many drones down here. I think he needs to get his queens on the ramp. But only 1 queen out so far. Zergling's already running into the main. These Banelings morphing. He's going to have to spread his drones like a god. Right now, his only chance is just to have 6 spreads and 6 scrappy micro. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's actually done some great defensive micro, though. The queen and the Zerglings killed most of Bushwhacker's Zerglings. The Banelings not getting those big hits.
The last one, so painful. Okay, let's check the drone count. 15 against 13, he's still fine. This is the scariest part, I feel like. The first attack is always the scariest.
And he didn't inject at home. Bushwhacker only now. He's going to have to do a double inject. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is what I was talking about, where the Zerglings, you need to be really efficient. And because those Zerglings were just fighting slow Zerglings and the Queen, and the Banelings didn't actually help even out that battle, I think Spooky's actually defended this perfectly. Ooh. Now the Banelings here with no defense, they're just going to get wasted.
Very nice.
Great micro from Spooky, man. Spooky holding with flying colors so far.
Okay, he needs to move the queen, though, to block the ramp, the second one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he forgot about it or he's super confident.
I think Bushwhacker's overextending here. Like, he cannot fight Zergling to Zergling. It's all about the Banelings, and I don't know if this was the right call.
This is definitely a mistake.
Yeah, he's only going to get one drone, and he's going to lose every single Zergling. Great surround by Spooky. And these Banelings have got to get in that mineral line, and they've got to massacre everything, otherwise it is all over for Bush. Oh, he's getting close, he's getting close, he's going to get some of
not like this.
Oh my god.
Not like this, come on.
Oh,
that was
he
good.
didn't go for the drones on the right. Zergling's going to pick off a few more workers, but I think there's just too many workers here for Spooky. He can absorb these losses, man.
That was good. That was actually pretty good micro, considering Spooky also plays Terran. When we did Sub Wars or Sub Terran last time, he was playing Terran, so I did not even know he plays Zerg as well. That was pretty decent though.
He's actually, yeah, I looked at his profile, he's got, I think, 200 games with Terran and actually 300 with Zerg this season, I think it was. So he's been playing a ton of both races, and definitely got the mechanics there, holding on very nicely. Now, of course, the hatchery is finished for Bushwhacker, but the drone count is just so low. 12 versus 22. Spine Crawler going down for Spooky. Spooky's looking for a third hatch because he's just got so many minerals. And I think Bushwhacker is going to need some amazing Baneling hits to try and even this game out. It's really on Bushwhacker to keep up the pressure, but actually left all of his Banelings at home. So he kind of forgot to bring those across the map.
Okay. Spooky making some more Zerglings. Does not want to die.
Detonate! Detonate! Detonate!
He did it. In the end. Peer pressure.
Yep. I mean, every Baneling just wants an excuse to explode. Really, it's not like you need to snipe the Baneling. You just need to give it an excuse. Give it a reason. Just nibble on it a bit, and usually it will turn around and blow up on you.
Yeah. Do you play Overwatch? Oh my god. That was disgusting.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. That was, almost
good enough for Spooky, though.
Do you play Overwatch?
I played a fair little bit, and I haven't played in a few months, but yeah.
Okay, so Banelings remind me of Junkrat. Just like, kind of like crazy, like, oh my god, I just want to explode, kind of thing.
Everything's coming up all explodey.
Yeah, that's what Banelings remind me of. And Zerglings are little tracers, just running.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, Bush is back. Does he probably sees like the Zergling? Yeah, he sees with the Overlord and the Natural, like the Zerglings keep coming in. Oh my god, 8 drones though.
Bushwhacker has got to win right here. The Banelings get a couple Zerglings, nothing too crazy. And I mean, nice micro from Bushwhacker. Gonna pick off a few morphing Banes, but Spooky here. Look at this, just building more spines, more and more Banelings. Sick defense from Spooky, really just cementing the position. And the Roach Warren started behind this. And when the roaches start coming out, that's where any chance of Bushwhacker getting damage done just disappears completely.
Uh-oh. Okay. That was like, you kill my units, I'll kill your units, deal.
Yeah. And Bushwhacker needs more damage than that, you know. Bushwhacker needs to do heaps. He's gonna get a couple workers here.
Spooky with no units at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be 10 more seconds till these lings pop out.
That's a little bit, if I dare say, spooky. Right now.
Yeah. We'll see. Spine Crawler in the Natural is ready though, and once again, oh, Spooky, you gotta stop. Oh, he doesn't see the Banelings. I don't think he's noticed them. He's going up to his third. The Zergling is gonna come into this Natural, but
oh my god! Imagine the Banelings pop all these lings.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Not like this! Come on! Oh my god!
No!
On the roaches, out of all things. Uh-oh.
I think we're seeing the end of the tail here. The Banelings that couldn't quite connect on the drones this entire game. You know, there was a few opportunities, but Bushwhacker always just slightly too slow with microing those, and it's gonna headbutt those roaches a little bit. go around. He's going to try and save the Overlord. It's drones finally starting up for the natural.
No.
So every Zergling, I think, needs to take on a Queen and 3 drones. If Bushwhacker can do that, he'll be back in this game.
There's a comeback. But the counterattack, though.
Counterattack.
Oh, that will be very, very deadly. I feel like Spooky should just defend the natural and just kind of give up the spirit at this point. Since
yeah, this is that point Spooky might actually be getting a bit tilted, just because it's like, oh my god, are you going to stop YOLOing Ling Bane into me at some point? But I think there's just a few too many roaches. Hangs on, and the counterattack.
He goes to the natural, and like to kill drones, and realizes there's 1 drone on the natural. And he's just like, oh, okay. Let me go. This is
the feeling you get whenever you play True in a Zerg vs Zerg. You're like, how does he have so many units? And then you're like, oh, he actually didn't build any workers the entire time.
Yep. True in ZVT is a very sneaky player. He always gives you this false sense of security, like, oh, I have drones, and then you see an Overlord with 4 Queens coming and Zergling all in, and I'm like, oh, god damn it, not again.
I cannot beat True in TBZ at all. Like, there's a lot of good players who are a lot better than me who I can occasionally like do well against, or like I had a few PVZs where I almost beat True with like timing attacks. Then I play him in TVZ, and it's just like one of the first 3 Ling counterattacks always surrounds my Hellions and kills me. Like, I will always get my Hellions surrounded at some point, no matter how many good fights I take, and then I just die, and I'm like, god damn it. Yeah. Endless supply of Zerglings this guy has.
His Lings are very, very unique as far as that goes. They always find a way, just like Life's once were.
Oh yeah.
Especially against Hellions, I feel like.
Yeah, I actually like I don't think I can open Hellions against him anymore. I'll just lose every game. Roach is getting surrounded here, but the Spine Crawler, the other Roach, is doing damage. These 4 Banelings, the little acid-filled balloons that couldn't, and they're all going to go down. The last one's going to get in and damage a few workers.
Okay. One advice I can give you against True is next time, if he, sometimes he's in the mood where he just like all-ins every game. If he does that, just make like 1-1-1 normal build, just go Hellbats, but don't attack, just stay back.
Just defend with the Hellbats, right?
Yeah, he ends up killing himself,
That's actually really funny, because yeah, I used to try a lot of like cheesy like Hellbat Cyclone, like 2 factory timings, I'd like proxy a factory hidden on the map and stuff, and he'd always just have enough units, and I'm like, man, maybe if I had these Hellbats at home, and I just built an extra Cyclone or 2 if he goes Roaches, like, this would be so good against this style he does, but because he's so variable, it's it's always risky. But I think for someone who's so unfavored against him, I'm definitely going to try that next time.
Yeah, I think what makes him hard to play against is, you know how Terrans and Protosses have these build orders, and you're trying to like execute them, and every time you get thrown off, like it's kind of like turns into this awkward game. But awkward game is like how he plays, so. I feel like he always tries to do something to throw you off, and then you don't know where the game is going, and then there's just Lings everywhere, and then, you know, by the time you're like, okay, let me attack, he has like Ultras or Broodlords, and you're like, okay, well.
And his entire mechanics are focused around it as well. I guess we're talking about this so much, guys, by the way, just because Bushwhacker is infinitely dead, but hasn't given up yet.
He's beating around the bush at this point.
Yes. He is absolutely beating around the bush. You know, right now he should really just it's time for seppuku or whatever it's called. But you know, he's gonna try. He's gonna keep fighting. But yeah, with True, he actually doesn't like hotkey eggs, which most players do with Zerg.
Oh really?
He doesn't use a lot of control groups at all for his army. A lot of it is just manually grabbing units from his rally point, grabbing units all over. This is why he's so good in a base trade, because he just doesn't rely on control groups at all. So in a clean game, he's just nowhere near as efficient as other macro players, which is why he has to mess the game up. Because when he messes the game up, his manual mechanics are better for adjusting to crazy positions than someone who relies on things being organized, especially because he has so much practice, as you said.
Yeah,
it's his game in those scenarios. I always thought that was really fascinating, how like you see the power of having sort of purposefully less efficient macro. But anyway, GG's. Well played. Too spooky for you. Changes allegiance. Even though he's got a pig pan tag, he puts one on the board.
Like I said,
for
Beastyqt. Double agent.
Double agent, man. He was actually
in.
a fake taste the bacon agent. Damn it. There's 2-2. We're having quite a nice close clan match here. Next up, we are going to have a no pret. So let's see, is NoPret in the channel? Yes, he is. We've got NoPret for me, who is a Diamond 1, I do believe. Let me double confirm that. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's actually Diamond 2. That's fine, doesn't matter.
Okay, let me check something. Okay, what are we doing now? Diamond 1, right?
Yeah.
Diamond 1 or 2. Okay, okay.
Yeah, my player's Diamond 2. It doesn't matter. It's fine. So we can have NoPret in here. I would prefer EU, says NoPret. So if your player's over on EU, then we can do a little swap. Thank you everyone for hanging out in chat as well. People over on Beasty's stream. I know we're kind of like doing dual thingamajig. Thank you, Tar Christoph, for the couple of cheers there. A 1-bit cheer and a 5-bit cheer. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cool. What else has been happening over here in chat? Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. We are kind of ignoring our chats a little bit here as we are kind of just chatting together, showing off the games, of course. We'll pay a bit more attention to you guys once we are back into the more regular content.
In the next 2 weeks. But today, this is PiG's day, guys. I'm sorry. This is like a mini date we're having here, observing your games, casting your games. But you guys understand. Come on.
This is the StarCraft, streamer equivalent of a date.
Yeah, for sure.
Been sneakily drinking a bit of fancy wine here. Later on, we're gonna eat some cheese, have some good times. What happened to the Forge skins, says Vibrid? They stopped working for me. Oh, really? I think they still work for me. I just turned off the Immortal skin myself because I wanted to actually see my Immortals when they were in amongst Stalkers, which was kind of annoying not being able to see them. AC Deceit says, do you think if I'm frustrated playing Bio against Zerg, I should play Mech? I think it totally comes down to your own preference. I think there's always going to be things that frustrate you in StarCraft. I always try and advise people, if something's frustrating you in a matchup, a lot of people try to change overall composition and build and strategy. Usually the answer to improving and enjoying at StarCraft is when you run into a wall of improvement or a matchup is giving you trouble, the best thing is to just focus on some details of what you're doing and find a way to refine what you're already doing. Usually, like, small changes are the best in terms of you can make a few small changes, improve a few small things you're doing, and suddenly you thrive in a certain matchup. You start kicking ass. So I think that's the best thing. But that being said, there's a point where every player hits that traumatic point where they've lost so many games in a matchup, and they're just hating the feel of the matchup. They got too many negative emotions, or they're just bored of that style. If you really feel like it's not just like a passing, I'm kind of annoyed with the matchup, but if it's actually like a deep-seated, I'm pissed off with playing this matchup this way, sure, go ahead, change up your style. If you think Mech looks so cool, that appeals to me, go do it. But I think the problem people make is people like lose 2 games and they go, oh, fuck this style. I'm going to totally change my strategy to something which they don't even enjoy that much. They try it for a few days. They don't really get good at it. And they go, oh, this doesn't work either. Screw this. And they kind of throw their hands up in the air and say, how am I going to improve at this game? This is too hard. So I think it's just important to not make big, broad changing your build decisions just off a couple of games, but only when you're really confident you want to change your style to something else which you think looks fun.
Okay, I am on EU right now.
Okay.
I think both the players are from EU.
Yep, looks like they've hopped over as well.
Okay,
sorry.
So I have a little bit of a problem for the next 2 games. There are no Masters subs online.
All right, guys in Beastie's chat, come on, we need some Masters players. Anyone over here, if you guys want, you can always hop over and sub to Beastie's stream right now, and you can similar to Too Spooky, you can hop over and be a little bit of a trader. Of course, we can start up this match right now. So we've got NoPret there. Who's your player? Outsider?
Fresh. So let me. Sorry, what was your player again?
NoPret. Narcotic NoPret. He's in the channel.
Okay, cool. Invited him.
And Fresh is there as well, yeah. So we'll see where these guys want to play. Okay. Hey guys, what races?
I think they're both Diamond 1, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Fresh is Terran.
Right. NoPret was
TVP.
Diamond 2 on NA, but he's actually Diamond 1 on EU, so it is perfect.
Right.
Finally a TVP. That's going to be fantastic. Awesome.
What didn't we play? Do you want to do a bigger map? We didn't play Mech Depot. We didn't do Acolyte.
Yeah, we could do Mech Depot. I think Mech Depot or Acolyte would be lots of fun. I reckon Mech Depot for now.
Sure.
Mech Depot? I like Mech Depot. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't know. I enjoy it in all the matchups. I guess just because I don't. The only map I get annoyed at a lot is Acolyte, and that's mainly just because of the gambles and the greedy, like, I'm just gonna turtle up into carriers in all matchups, like that sort of stuff. Like it's like, oh, like even PvP on that map, I'm just like proxy a Robo or proxy a Stargate. I'm just gonna try and kill you before you do your Nexus first mass Phoenix into carriers or some shit like that. I'm like, no, I ain't playing that. I'm gonna kill you right now.
I think the one map I don't really like is Catalina for sure. I don't know. I didn't like it in HOTS back in the day, so I think it kind of transferred a little bit from there.
That's the opposite for me, because I used to love 9 pooling, like every game in ZVZ. A lot of my games against Protoss on that map, just because the rush distance was so small. So for me, I've got like all these fond memories, but it's definitely an aggressive map that requires you to totally change your style to.
You definitely cannot play the same way. Another reason why I don't like it these days is, well, you know, in TVZ you Reaper scout and you scout the wrong position, and there's 2 links poking at your SV in the natural. Not a big fan of that. Okay, let's check if they're ready.
Right.
In case I end up not having a Master Subs online, I'll just pick Diamond guys, and it is what it is.
Yeah, we can try to we can figure out a way to make the matches as close as possible.
Sure.
I want to say a big thanks to Freedom, who, let me see, I know he's been kind of hanging out waiting. Sorry for the wait, mate. You're up next. So anyway, I'm ready. I think No Pret's ready. So as long as Fresh is ready,
oh, Fresh privately messaged me by mistake. Did not see.
Yeah, that always happens. Hey, I'm always on the lobby chat, and then I'm like, why aren't these guys ready? Go to all chat, and they've been saying ready, ready, ready in the party.
They're like, come on, start the game.
All right. So it is 2-2 right now in the sub war. We are now up to the Diamond 1 portion. We've played 1 Bronze, Silver, Gold match, 2 Platinum matches, 1 Diamond match, and now we are up to the Diamond 1 match. Of course, after this, we have 2 Masters matches potentially to finish it, and it's going to be awesome. So who is this player down in the bottom left, Beastie?
In the bottom left, we have the Red Terran that's doing something very interesting. His name is Fresh. What is that
bring out
going
some
across
fresh
the map?
memes. I think that's something a little bit dirty. That's what we're going to be seeing out of that.
But first, who's the player in the top right?
Up here in the top right, don't fret, it's No Pret, representing Clan Narcotic. Someone who's been featured a bunch in my iCast Your Freaking Awesome Replay series, because he plays some friggin' weird games on ladder. So No Pret's definitely a guy who's no stranger to weirdness, and he is going to be scouting quite early here. Interestingly, Fresh went for a gas before barracks. Interesting. I think this is going to be Proxy Factory.
I think it's going to be Ghost, maybe.
Oh, I was thinking Proxy, like just like Reactive Factory, get out 2 Cyclones, but it could be either. Yeah, second gas going down. Interesting. No Pret should immediately know something's up. It's like, hey, where's the barracks? Why do you have 2 gases? Oh my god, let's see. I'm going to swap to No Pret's camera.
As well. Was that was a Pylon Scout, right?
Yeah. Very early Pylon Scout. He looked at his scout. I'm not sure if he's paid attention to it. Sometimes you just kind of on autopilot and you forget. Let's see. So I'm on his camera. He's got another probe that's checking for proxies already, but he's checking the bottom side. Now he's got it rallied to check the top. Okay, so it'll get over there. It actually, oh my god, he's not rallied it up the ramp. If you see the waypoint.
Oh, yeah, he's right there.
It's just below, so he's going to have to manually move that up or he won't see what's going on. And there is a Reaper already on the way. He's building a Zealot. Very good reaction and a second gateway. So No Pret, I think this is the perfect response so far. Just a little bit of a supply block here, but I think if he can get out a Mothership Core and a few Stalkers, he should be totally fine.
Okay, I was too excited for that Ghost. Uh-oh, the probe.
Oh, come on, No Pret.
No, just go back. It's nothing there. Oh my god, but
he's just reading the
the Reaper is just like, hello.
The Reaper pushes him into the proxy.
Oh my god. The Reaper's like, yep, it's right here.
Oh my god. Okay, so NoPret should know that this is like either tanks or probably cyclones if he realized that was a reactor. He's coming out with a Zealot all ready to try and engage that. And I mean, the Zealot is going to force some micro, but otherwise it will die. And he's building a Robo at home as NoPret.
Whoa,
So
engineering bay?
I think NoPret really needs to be getting out more Stalkers right now. Oh my gosh, he's moving out to the proxy. I think he's got to run. He's got to get out of there. If NoPret loses his units in the open to the Cyclone, he's going to be in massive trouble. Fresh here coming down to micro. Nice bit of Reaper micro. But if NoPret stays out here, a Cyclone beats a Zealot in Adept pretty easily, I think.
Cyclone beats a lot of things, let's be honest, in the early game.
It beats like up to 4 Gateway units usually, yeah. He sees the Cyclone. This is the moment where a wise Protoss player runs with his tail between his legs. NoPret, run! Run! I'm just cheering for my player at this point, man. I don't even care about
he should keep pushing. Come on, let's be realistic. He should push up the ramp. Those are the good engages you want to take.
Oh, okay. The Reaper's going to go down. Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Mothership Core's coming all the way
Medevac.
up. So I think NoPret is actually trying to stop the siege tank siege up, right? That's why he's all the way out here?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good if you pay attention to your units constantly. Like,
the Adept finish though.
Speaking
of paying attention to the units.
Runs away. Doesn't care.
Stalker's AFK in the middle of the map right now. There is an Immortal out though, and the Immortal is what spells the end of this push. The only real chance here is the Liberator. If NoPret doesn't have any anti-air, that Liberator can ruin his day, but he's already got double pylon in front of the natural. But I think his units seem to be rallied all over the place. I'm trying to figure out what NoPret's doing with his units. Okay, he's grouping them up a little bit.
He's flanking from everywhere. I really like NoPret's like defense though so far, even with the pylons and the natural.
It's been perfect actually. Yeah, this response is pretty much the exact response you want.
Yeah, very good. The one thing
Cyclone drop in the main. Here.
The one thing is vulnerable is the Liberator in the main, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see where the Lib goes.
Ooh, so Cyclone's going to drop in that main. Probes could maybe fight that, but he's just going to run them for now. And he's going to send his Mothership Core back to try and respond to this. Cyclone does a good little bit of an interruption there. 2 tanks and a Liberator. NoPret really needs more Stalker weapons. I feel like that's, yeah, he's down to 21 probes versus 29 SCVs. If NoPret doesn't get more Stalkers, he might actually be in big trouble here. Uh-oh.
The problem with this when you're Protoss is if you go heavy one base and the Terran doesn't commit, you just end up having worse units. You know what I mean?
Oh, fight at the front. Mothership Core's gonna go down. Oh,
very nice.
NoPret.
Very nice.
Trouble. Rip.
Okay, good
I
start.
think you're right. He went a bit too heavy on the one base. He hasn't really used the natural. And now that these tanks are in position, oh, he let the siege up happen. That Cyclone drop is totally what made this work here for Fresh. Pulled NoPret out of position. NoPret now with such little anti-air.
Ooh, but hold up.
Going into the main base is probably the right call.
Check the production tab.
Oh.
Does he see it though?
Very smart.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Douche. The douche shrine. The Medevac's just sitting there in the back of the base, man. Oh, he's going to try and break the front. NoPret's going for it. I don't know if this is going to work. Ooh, okay.
He needs more SCVs on the front. He definitely needs to pull like 3-4 more just to make sure he can repair. And that he can scan. Okay, he has a scan right now. But if
I think NoPret has to give up this base. Like 100%. If he fights here and he's taking a lot of damage, then he's going to lose. There's no way you break that.
The mule goes down.
Oh, okay.
Wait, where did he use it?
I think it was maybe a scan? He still hasn't seen the DT shrine. Oh no, there's a Liberator that's going to go in the main. It will see the DT shrine soon, but the Stalkers are already on it.
Oh my gosh, he didn't see it!
It didn't spot it! Oh no, uh-oh. No engineering bay, guy. Oh, there is an engineering bay. He's got a turret at home, but no turret on the front.
Okay, he has a scan right now. Oh my god, he just scanned. Wait, he's not using the DT shrine, he's supply block.
Yeah, his War Prism is coming out though, so if he can get a DT on the other side of the map while he defends with a DT, remember there's no unit production at home. So even with a turret, it's just SCVs. And, oh man, NoPret microing furiously right now. He's got 2 Immortals, a few Adepts and Stalkers. One big volley from these siege tanks.
Oh, DT's coming in!
Big screwed.
Oh, this is where you go. God.
There's no scans right now. He's only got 34 energy. Uh-oh. Oh,
he should just go
man.
back. Like, just go back all the way. Just run home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something you want to do, but you do not have an option.
Yeah, there's no choice here. The DT actually turns around, funnily enough. But there's a
Okay.
War Prism on the other side of the map as well. A tank and a Widowmine trying to drop in that main mineral line. I think this is like a sacrifice just to stop the DTs from chasing him home.
Wait, he just scanned again. Oh, he kills the DT. Oh, another DT is in the range. Come on.
Oh, he pulls it back at the last second. Good micro from No Threat. He's got to move it. It's taking Siege Tank Splash from the fight. It's going to go forward. Oh, okay, so he's just going to engage. No Threat here says, look, the tanks are pretty exposed. Let's go for it. That Liberator sieging the mineral line. Oh, man, are there going to be enough Stalkers left over to kill the Liberator? The probes are getting massacred. He pulls the probes away. The Stalkers are starting to take down these Liberators little bit by little bit. A lot of Stalkers falling.
Oh my god, 12
man.
kills on the Liberator in the main though.
Oh my god, he's down to 8
Or
probes.
15 kills. Okay, this is the thing now. Does Fresh realize how far ahead he is? I've seen games where Terrans lose the units and they're like, okay, well, GG, that didn't work. So
Oh, the
he needs
DT in the main base. Okay, it gets focused down. The single Marine manages to defend. I think Fresh is doing really well, man. If he can stop the next DT warping in the main.
I would love
And
to
he's-
see just
out.
make a single Raven out of this starport. That's all he needs at this point. Oh, he scans again.
Pick up, no Brett, pick up. Oh, saves the DT. Oh, well done. And he
Oh,
can
that's
work on
one
these
DT. Look at this one DT in the main. He's gonna.
Oh, man.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and the DT hitting the production as well. Fresh is going to drop the main base.
He is falling apart a little bit, I gotta say.
It's so hard as Fresh in this scenario because, like, your production's all out on the map and then dropping the main. Oh, man.
Look at that DT kill count.
16 kill DT.
And
Oh
that's
my
all
god.
Marines and siege things.
Oh, and he's only got the Marines in the main base. They fought away from the SCVs. So the Zealot and the two Zealots and the DT just wreck that. This one Immortal with 5 kills on Reddit points back home doing a good job. There's a single Marine drop from Fresh trying to get in the main, but his production is running home. Oh, his SCVs all starting to die here. The Zealot just making mincemeat out of them. Oh, wow. No Pret.
That was definitely a comeback.
Yeah, this was a sick game. This was actually crazy close. That other DT is going to go down. But
I like how he just warps DTs, nothing else. He's just like, let me just make this one DT.
just one DT at a time. Oh, he dodges. He's going to drop on the Marine.
Very
Oh
nice.
my god.
That was a good one.
That was an intense game. I love the sort of amp up we get as the intensity goes on. That's actually so cool. Wow.
GG.
Both players, it was 11 probes versus 5 SCVs at the end of that game. There was that one DT with 17 kills. Oh my god.
That was a painful loss, he says.
It was. I was like, oh my god. After it got scouted and No Pret reacted perfectly, I was like, well, he's screwed. Then that Cyclone drop pulls him out of position and allows the siege up. If he doesn't get the siege up down the natural, I think he's just screwed, right? Like, the Mothership Core could have bought so much time if it didn't get sniped. The Immortal and the Zealots and Adepts could just stop the tanks from moving forward. But the moment he got that siege up, it was like such a sick move from Fresh. And the DT Shrine just barely brought it back for him. If he had one missile turret with his contain as well, or an SCV there ready to build one, then the game is totally different.
You know, one thing I always tell people when I coach them is when you play a game, especially when you're doing one base, but in general, if you are kind of winning the game and you know you're slowly pushing, whether it's with Broodlords, whether it's with siege tanks, you gotta always ask yourself, like, what can I lose at this point? And when you're doing builds like this one base, the answer is always Dark Templar, because that's the one thing that can screw you up, right? Like, the Tempest is not gonna come out, or a Carrier, or anything like that. Nothing beats that amount of siege tanks with bunkers and Liberators. So you always gotta try to think, you know, what can I lose to at this point? And if you start thinking like that in your games, not only, again, when you're one base, but even when you have more bases than one, that's when you can kind of improve and eliminate those little things that can eliminate you. Because the difference in that game between winning or losing is literally making that missile turret. That's it. The game would be so one-sided then because there were literally no other chance for the Protoss player to win.
Exactly. So it was pretty tight there, pretty close game. We are going to be going into a Masters 2/Masters 3 match next. Now, my man Freedom, I believe, is on right now. Let me see if he's around. Yo, my man. Now Freedom is kind of, I think he said he's between Masters 2 and Masters 3. Have you found any Masters players yet? Has anyone rocked up?
Give me 2 minutes and we'll see. Actually, the people that usually play are not online / are online but can't play. So I'm just going to double check with them.
Yeah.
If not, I'll try to get a Diamond 1 player and then just play against them.
Okay. And if there is, I think this match should be okay. Diamond 1 versus Masters 2, Masters 3. But
yeah,
I think the Masters 1 player, Pursuit, who I had lined up, is like kind of border of GM almost, I think. Because I remember having a sick TVT with him the other week. So I think maybe we'll sub him out for a different kind of Diamond 1 or Masters 3 player. As long as he's okay with that. So Pursuit in chat, let me know if you're still around. And we'll see exactly how we go with that.
Okay. We'll see.
Okay, so yeah, Pursuit. We'll let you know, like if someone rocks up in Beasties, one of his regular Masters 1 players does. But since it's the match after this one, we're going to assume you're subbed out. Thanks so much for offering to play, Pursuit. I really appreciate it. And yeah, sorry to throw you out in the middle. Hopefully we get you to play next one. Guys, so we do need another sort of Diamond 1 or Masters 3 player to play the match after this one. For now, let's ask Freedom, what's his ping? What's your ping to EU like? I think he ladders EU sometimes. And your next player, your Diamond 1, is he or the player you're going to use? Let's see.
I'm just checking really quick.
Are we finishing off this show match with Pig versus Beastie? We can do a fun match afterwards, but it's about the subs. It's about the subs fighting each other.
You know what we can do? You know what we could do? We could do a 4v4 with subs. Me with my subs, you with your subs.
Nice.
I like that idea. Or a 2v2 with a sub or something like that.
Cool. So Freedom's just he's ready. He says he can play EU if need be. He gets 150 to 180 ping. It's totally fine with him. Doesn't really mind either way. So we'll just wait to see who your one is, and then we're on NA right now, so we can hop into EU or either way. Just let us know. I'm gonna actually grab a drink of water. So while you get your player ready, I'm just gonna take a 1-minute break, and I will be right back.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys, we got Smokey down to play. We'll see what will happen. I'm actually sad that the Masters guys are not online, because that's the match I wanted to see.
Alright, alright. I am back.
Welcome back.
I just played my I have a little filler video where it's my YouTube video of my favorite sandwich, which involves Nutella, peanut butter, and ice cream, banana, and
oh, I watched
cereal.
that. I watched that.
I love the reaction in Twitch every time I put this video on. People just like lose their mind. They're like, "What the hell, you friggin' animal!" Like, this is why he's called Pig. He's so disgusting. Oh my god.
You're like, but it tastes so good.
It tastes amazing. How necessary is the banana, says Butter Time? I think the banana really does add a lot, but like even if you just have the peanut butter, the Nutella, and the ice cream, it's good. But like you get the crunch of the Special K cereal, is so good. You get the banana, it all adds something. It's actually amazing. You just, if you eat this, you probably only eat one other meal that day, because otherwise you'll actually have calorie overload. It's kind of amazing.
But it's worth it.
It's so
okay,
good.
so who is your player?
Freedom. So we've got Freedom in, the Psystorm
Okay,
manager. And
I just gotta go through the channels. There's like, I'm in 5 channels. I'm just scrolling.
Yeah, me too.
Let
I'm
me
just
try
like,
to find it.
I was like, I think he's in the right channel, and there we go. Yeah, Freedom was nice enough to put his hand up to play, which is really cool of him. He's
cool.
someone who does come in and support the stream a bit, of course. Big supporter of StarCraft too, as anyone who watches any of the WCS circuit knows. There's a ton of Psystorm players and everything.
That is very true.
They, yeah.
Okay,
you got
so we have
Gumiho as
TVZ.
well, right?
Is he still in Psystorm?
I'm not
I
sure.
think he
I'm
is.
gonna ask. Gumiho's still. I'm pretty sure he is. Gumi is still Psystorm, right? Freedom. Super keen to see how he does. So anyway, yeah, TVZ you said, I think. So yeah, Freedom's gonna be playing Zerg. And what map do you want? Should we get him to do?
We have Acolyte and Catalina. So let's just ask them.
I think Catalina would be good, since Freedom is favored a little bit as the higher ranked player.
Sure.
And that's actually... No, the Terran turned it down. Oh, Smokey. I'm just saying, if you want to do a 2-base tank push, Catalina's the map for you.
Okay, he wants the big map.
He wants the big map. It all comes down to playstyle, of course. I've seen some Terrans destroy Acolyte. The more aggressive Terrans, like me, tend to fall apart on Acolyte. Unless I'm playing against carriers, which time that's like the only time I'm comfortable with that map is playing Mass Bio run by his first carriers. But yeah, alright, we'll let these guys play to their own styles.
Weird Terran is good on Catalina, says Freedom. Oh, I guess Smokey is like me. He does not like that map.
Just wants to sit back and macro, man.
They're ready? Let's do it.
Let's do it. Alright, guys, so it is 3-2, I think, my way?
Yes.
We're into the last 2 matches now, alright? Yeah, okay, cool. We're going to play all matches anyway, so we're going to play this and the next one. Guys, I do need a Diamond 1 player. I don't know if anyone put their hand up, but if we have another Diamond 1 player, please put your hand up for the final match. Just do that by going at x5_pig in chat. I'll grab you from there, and we will basically throw you in. First person to throw their hand up, I will grab you and let you play. As long as you're a subscriber, of course, as it is a sub war. Reaction, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub as well. Really appreciate that, mate. And we've got a few people trolling, saying they're Diamond 1, even though I know they're GM players, but we also have a real Diamond 1 player. Reaction, you're a Diamond 1 Terran. Fantastic. You're locked in. First player to put his hand up, Reaction. You will be our next player as the final match. Just hop into chat channel Beastyqt online. It's okay if you can't figure it out. We can talk in Twitch chat after this game. So be ready as soon as this game's done, and that should be awesome, man.
Okay, cool.
Who's this in the top right, man? Who's this in the red?
This guy in the top right. He's not spooky. He is, though, smoky.
Ooh.
Huh.
And his opponent down here. In the bottom left. Blue Zerg, the awesome badass that runs Psystorm, of course, along with Filthy Rake. It is Freedom.
Freedom. Freedom from NA.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
The scouts
I just
for
got
the
Oh, yeah.
proxies.
Oh, you're scouting for proxy barracks here. Nice.
Safe.
Thank you, Lambo, for the big host. Really appreciate that. I didn't realize Lambo's been... Has he been streaming? That's 600 viewers. That's a lot of viewers. I didn't realize Lambo's stream was doing so well. That's awesome. Thanks, everyone who's come over from there. And Wriggle as well for the massive resub. Really appreciate it, guys.
Okay. The SCV scout coming in. Sees the hatch. Says, okay, cool. Let me go back. I've seen enough. I wonder if Smokey will go mech. Because it would make sense if he hates Catalina for him to just go mech.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
Here.
Interestingly, Freedom is not doing the thing which I seem to face every game on this map, where the Zerg just builds 3 hatcheries and 12 queens and no fighting units and makes 100 drones, and no matter what all in I do, I can't kill them.
That's like, what I've been facing on every map, to be honest. It's like you see it, but it's like I can't do anything about it.
There's nothing I can do.
Oh well.
Big thanks, Gonzlang, for the tier 2 resub. Much love, my man. Welcome to the pigsty. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate the support.
Some cute little Reaper micro coming in.
Just having a bit of a dance.
Yeah.
Sees the 3rd hatch, so nothing too crazy.
Whoa!
Freedom. Oh.
That's a very early armory.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna be a double factory, I think.
This usually either just like does massive damage with the first 4 to 6 Hellbats, or it falls flat on its face. I think the biggest question mark isn't really, I don't know, this is my feeling, is it's not about how well the Terran executes the timing. I feel like it's even more about how much the Zerg panics seeing Hellbats at his base. So, like, if the Zerg just brings all the queens and very calmly keeps spreading them and micros it very well, the Zerg can defend with just queens and a few speedlings. But it's very easy to panic. I've done it myself many times, and then you just get wrecked by the first couple of Hellbats.
Yeah, you just fall apart. Do you remember the build? I can't remember who did it first. It was a Korean Terran. You literally get reactor barracks. You make something similar to this, where you just attack with like 2 to 4 Hellbats, 2 to 3 Marines, and you pull 2 3 SCVs to auto repair. Do you remember that build?
Yes, that push was so sick. There was a rush map at the time. Was it Delta Quadrant?
No. This was in the HOTS, I think.
Some other map. I'm not Delta Quadrant. I was thinking. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the map. Right, Foxtrot.
Yes.
People were doing it on Foxtrot a lot.
And I remember, like, I was looking at it, like, oh, this should not work. And then I tried it, and no one knew how to defend it, and people just kept like taking way too much damage.
Dude, that was a very sad week on ladder as a Zerg player, I can tell you that. It was like, oh my god, you just can't stop this.
Yeah.
And then we actually learned how to scout and react, and we were like, oh, okay, you can stop this.
Yeah.
But it was so much faster than anyone had ever seen a push before. I gotta say, hats off to Freedom. That was actually pretty good micro. He only had 2 queens and no fighting units when that arrived, and he actually didn't lose too much. So even though he lost a bunch of mining time, pretty good defense.
Pretty smooth. Okay, Smokey needs to run. There's a bunch of links coming, and he will be going back. Interesting.
Ooh, he's got to raise that deeper. Anyway, Flumzoya. Flumzia. Thank you very much for the sub, Flumzia. I appreciate that, my friend. Oh my god, double Zergling drop, and the Cyclones and Hellions are moving out. This is the worst possible timing.
Oh, he will not even see it.
Oh my god. And if he moves into like the middle of the map, it's going to be even worse. This is like the worst possible timing to move out as Smokey.
Yep. This is one of those games where it's like, oh, come on, man.
He's got Hellions popping, so maybe if he just F2s quickly. Oh my god.
Yeah. Definitely painful.
That's going to be big damage. Hellbat does morph in that main base. Pretty good SCV evacuation from the natural. But, I mean, up to 11 workers killed there. Still Zerglings in the main. Oof.
I like that he didn't return with the army. I see a lot of people make this mistake where they overcommit to defending. But he just, you know, was decisive. He's going across the map, so he might be able to get some damage done.
Oh, yeah, he's going to take out the Spine Crawler. And there's not many roaches out yet. Freedom was very greedy behind this. He was up to 57 workers before. He's going to lose a whole bunch of drones here in the natural now, so Smokey getting some ever so important damage done. Back at home, you know, Smokey hasn't really resaturated his natural, so he needs to find a little bit more damage here. He's starting to rack it up.
And he does have +1, which is insane on Cyclone. The DPS different.
Yeah. Good micro from Smokey as well. He made these Cyclones work so much.
He should just... does report for that.
Yeah, that's going to go down now. He's got another wave, though, coming across, so that at least can keep up some pressure.
Well, and the Cyclone survived.
Oh, what the... What?
I thought those links killed it. I was just like, I moved away, and then I turned around, and it's still there. It's killing stuff.
Triple mules dropping on the natural. He's got 3 orbitals. So, you know, Smokey, you know, he's done a lot of economic damage. Right now, it actually looks okay, but there's a Spire finishing, and that's the big problem. He needs to really mess Freedom up. Otherwise, those mutas are just going to... They're going to surprise him. He doesn't have any Thors out yet. I don't think he even has a Tech Lab factory. He doesn't have an engineering bay. There's no way to respond to this otherwise.
The good part in all of this, he's attacking, so he will see the mutas at, you know, the best possible time, I guess. Well, right on start. So that's something to consider, but he needs to make an engineering bay, like, right now, to be even... Oh, and he's going back. That's... Like,
a single Thor would make everything okay.
Oh, he just can't. He just can't.
Oh, he sees the Spire. Immediately lift a factory, build a tech lab. Yep, he's doing it. Engineering bay is down as well. Alright, Smokey's preparing. How many mutas have we got out? 7 mutalisks, though. Uh-oh. Freedom looking hungry right here. You can see Freedom learning his mechanics from his players. I just checked his hotkeys. He has none except for his hatcheries. So he's got true style mechanics.
He is a Zerg player after all, it seems.
Meanwhile, Smokey with 4 different hotkeys. He's losing a lot of his units, just trying to do a counterattack. He needs to buy time. And this is important. This is actually a good move by Smokey. To the untrained eye, it's like, oh, what's he doing? He's just losing his units. No. He's pulling Freedom home. He bought himself about 20 extra seconds, and guess what? Those turrets are barely going to be able to finish in time. I think they're going to be ready.
Oh, come on.
Cores are almost halfway done. Oh, just
timing. Very unlucky for Freedom.
Nice.
Right on time. Okay.
Good move from Freedom, though. Freedom is droning now, so he doesn't need to do game-ending damage with this. Just picking off Tech Labs is a pretty good start to things. A couple of Widow Mines going to come out as well. And as these Thors come out, Smokey will be able to just re-establish his economy here on 3 bases and protect himself.
Okay, let's check the SCV count. 41. Has way too many SCVs on the natural. But slowly but surely, he'll be able to take the 3rd. We'll see where he's gonna go from there. And I feel like at this point, it's what Zerg decides to do. Like, will he go Swarm Host? Will he go for like a big timing? Maybe a Hive Tech? So we'll see.
Yeah, I think Swarm Hosts might spiral the game pretty hard. They're pretty great here on Acolyte, and ooh, 6 Swarm Hosts on the way.
Yeah, there we go. What do you think as a Zerg player? What is the...
Double Roach Drop.
That was very
wow. This sort of stuff is a really good way to trade your roaches out.
Yeah, especially like he's not only like killing few SCVs, but just pulling all the SCVs from the natural. So
yeah, getting a few kills here as well, taking out a missile turret or 2, and going into super heavy Swarm Host, which I think in the economic position Smokey's in, he's going to need to get a little bit lucky and shut down the first 1 or 2 Swarm Host waves. Otherwise, like, if he takes economic damage, I don't think he'll be able to recover. And already just struggling to get his natural back up and mining. Oh, he's accidentally pulled off gas in his main. You can tell he's feeling the pressure
no gas
right now.
in the natural, supply blocked. I mean, that's one of those things that I talked about earlier. Definitely, like, the drops and just quote unquote, I like to call them random things, as in you're not used to them. So when they throw you off, you have hard time with anything. You know, like usually you're fine with making depots, you know, putting SCVs on gas. But when that like everything starts, like the harassment, you just kind of mess up everything that you can mess up.
Oh yeah. Thanks so much, Punkweasel. Appreciate the 2-month resub. He says, I'm sorry for unsubbing. You're still my one and only daddy. No worries, mate. Thank you very much. Locusts! Let's go in the back door.
Oh my god,
good pull
a lot
from
of
Smokey.
And another link drop. I'm liking the drops.
Oh yeah.
But you know what I'm also liking? This move from Smokey. This might be, like, to some people might look like a tilt move, but I think this is the only move he has at this point. Like, just sitting back is not going to win in the game. So I think he needs to go for something like this and kind of hope that Freedom will have Swarmos where they are right now and not have anything to defend with.
Oh yeah, this is he's got to do damage right here. There's a lot of roaches out for Freedom. This is his chance though. He's got to do something right now. He's got to put the hurt back onto Freedom. Otherwise, all is lost. Just cleans up a couple of locusts there quite well. Smokey, you got to get in on that base. You got to start wrecking Freedom's economy. Oh my god.
That's disgusting. Okay.
That Widowmine. Oh, decent Widowmine shot, but I mean, oh man, a factory just dies instantly. This is crazy.
Oh, he's going for a full-on base trade. He just sent all the roaches across the map.
Oh wow, yeah, he's gonna go for it. I mean, Smokey doesn't have many units here though, so holding on against these locust waves will be tough.
Oh,
meanwhile,
the
Smokey.
mutas.
Oh no, you're kidding me. There's nothing that shoots up. Oh, supply blocked into oblivion. He lost all the depots on his back door, and that's what supply blocked him really hard.
Yeah.
And even though he's going to take out the hive, I don't think that's going to be enough. I think Freedom here, pretty good decision making in amidst the base trade, and just such a good lead. Such a good lead.
I think if there were no mutas, there was a chance for Smokey. Even like a base trade like this, he could lift, but with the mutas, I mean, there's no option for that.
Yeah. Now Locust DPS, even without any upgrades, is just crazy.
Check this out. No drone gets left
behind. He's gonna actually evacuate drones. That's so cool.
And the
no
Queen's
man
Burrow.
left behind. This is Dunkirk right here. StarCraft Dunkirk, man. This is like save all the troops off the beaches. Actually, he's just gonna hide underground. That's another way of doing it.
Terran army doesn't even know.
Yeah, man.
Those queens are like, oh, I hope he doesn't look underground.
You know what? Like, there's one thing I could change about like Terran. If I was a Terran commander, I would try to educate Thors on the fact that shooting overlords is not a valuable usage of their time. There's one thing I wish they did a little bit less of. It's shooting overlords.
There is some connection with overlords and Thors for sure. I mean, you give them Broodlord, you give them Ultras, they are gonna shoot at the Overlord. Like,
oh yeah.
If you guys don't know the counter to Thors, just make Overlords and put them with your army. The Thors will only be shooting at them. I don't know how that
works.
works.
Not intelligent creatures, man. They are so stupid.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but they always do that. GG?
It's actually funny as well. So I don't know if anyone watching knows, but if you put a Thor in a mineral line, it will shoot the Overlord over the drones. It prioritizes them. It's an incredibly stupid unit. So yeah, it's always fun to watch the Thor. I call them creatures because basically I figure there's some sort of demented criminal from prison, you know, who's all deranged and psychotic who they put in there. I like to think like, you know, like Tychus from the campaign.
Yeah,
I feel like every Thor is driven by him when he gets in the Odin. He's like just like cackling madly, running around the mission, just killing shit. And you've got to like frantically try to keep up with him, otherwise he gets himself killed.
Yeah, do you remember before the fix? So what happened is Thors always love to shoot at the Overlords, but before the AI fix, when the Broodlord shoots at the Thor doesn't shoot at the Broodlord, it shoots at the Broodlings. Do you remember that? So I was always like, how does that work? Like it prioritizes Overlord, but when Broodlord shoot at it, it shoots the Broodlings, and it was always like, oh come on. And I think they fixed that eventually.
Yeah, they made it so they're not quite as dumb in that scenario, thankfully.
Yeah.
Big thanks, Matchy, for that tip. He said, paint me like one of your French swarm hosts. Thank you very much, Matchy. Appreciate the support there for the stream. Yeah, I guess we're going to be going into our final match here to round it out. Well played, Freedom. I'm going to say GG, well played. GG, well played to both players. Great game, mate. Awesome hold with just 2 queens.
Hell muffins too strong.
Those bloody hell muffins, man.
Hell muffins, best name for swarm host. Okay,
that is actually one of the greatest nicknames. Hyper Panda! Thank you so much, my man. Welcome to the Pigsty. Enjoy a slice of watermelon. Thank you very much for joining the Pigsty. I appreciate the support, mate. All right, cool. So I had a guy in chat. Who was it who put their hand up earlier and I said was going to be in? It was... I'm scrolling up through chat to try and remember. Reaction. All right, Reaction is a Diamond 1 Terran player who I've got. So you've got a Diamond player as well?
Yes, Kirby on NA.
Okay, so... Reaction, if you're not already in the channel, please do hop in. I'm looking through the channel now. Obviously, I don't know what your in-game name is compared to your Twitch name. So please shout out if you are in one of those channels, and I will throw you into this next match. So we're on the North American server in chat channel PiG. Reaction. Please hop in. So all you need to do is you need to go to your chat. Doesn't matter where you type in. You just go /join space PiG Beasty or /join Beastyqt. Because apparently Beastyqt sounds better. Either way, just do that, hit enter, and you should end up in that channel. If you can't figure it out, talk in chat. He says, I was on Europe, just let me switch over. Awesome Reaction. As long as you're fine to play on NA, that'll be fantastic.
Oh, no, I'm still leaning towards the pig cutie in the end.
The cutie and the pig cutie? Cutie pig?
Cutie pig works as well.
Cutie bacon.
Cutie beacon. Sure. Why not? Okay.
So guys, this is going to be the last match in today's sub war. The score right now is 4-2, I believe. So we've secured the victory over here on the Pig stream. We've demonstrated our superiority.
Yep.
Not really, of course. We've had a lot of
Pig's number one in the end.
I think unless this match is crazy intense, that Mech Depot match I think was probably the most fun and exciting because I think No Pret looked pretty dead and I mean
that game had everything.
There's DT pickups, there's like the counterattacks and everything was going crazy. The Cyclone drop, the Liberator killing all of the probes, even while the Marine tank was getting killed by DTs. Like, it was absolute madness.
Yeah, it had everything. I mean, at first, we were like, okay, Terran's proxying, but the Protoss sees it. But then he can't find it. But then the Reaper pushes the probe in. But then the Protoss setup is really good. So we were like, okay, we don't know if this is going to work. But then the Cyclone drop in the main pulls out the Protoss so he can siege up. Goes down to, what was it, 8 probes? And then the DTs come in. That was a good game.
Oh, man. It's one of those things as, like, the Terran player, if you've never encountered that situation, whenever I started doing this sort of all-in as well, I always died to this same situation. You're like, oh, I think I've won the game. And then, like, you just hear that DT swipe, and you just panic.
You're like, oh,
you
God.
Scan, and you're like, I have 1 orbital. It's going to take, like, a minute to get another one of these scans, and you're just like, what do I do? And he was actually well prepared. He had the turret at home, but he's got no production at home. So he's got, like, 2 unupgraded Marines that just get 1 shot, and it's like SCVs versus DTs.
I like how with, like, the 8 probes, he was just like, I just need the money and the gas. The minerals and the gas to make that 1 DT at a time in your main base, and I'll be fine.
Oh my God!
I think the scariest moment is when you're doing a 1 base all in and you don't have the missile turret, but you have 1 scan. So you scan and you kill the DT, and then like at the end of your scan, you see a DT warping in, and you're like, oh my God, click it! And as you click the DT, the scan expires, and you're like, oh God. No.
Oh my God.
Then you just start running, but it's too late.
Oh yeah. All right, man. I think it's TVT. Oh, it's gonna be a TVT. Awesome.
TVT on Catalina. They don't have an option.
Yeah.
That's it.
Catalina, boys.
It's like Catalina, guys. Is that fine with you? No. Well, you gotta play it anyway.
You gotta play it anyway, mate. It's TVT. We're down to the final map. We played the whole map pool. Everyone keeps vetoing Catalina.
Yeah.
Even the Terran players that we saw in that last one, it was because he wanted to go mech, so fair enough. I think Catalina is actually really fun in TVT. It's wild, it's crazy.
It's definitely
but,
Doom drops, yeah.
Yeah, like the Doom drops, the tank pushes on the low ground.
I have it on Vita.
Sieging up the entire production. It's like, oh man. You can do it.
Ready, boys?
I find it so funny. So I'm discovering from today's match that all the Terran players have actually vetoed this map, and I love it as Terran. As long as you're willing to YOLO and not just play completely normal builds, it is an amazing map for Terran. I think that's the hard thing, is players adapting to the map, but I love Catalina as a Terran player. I love to just play more and more aggressive than normal. When I play TVT on this map, it's just keep building medevacs, tanks, marines. Who cares about upgrades? Who cares about a third CC? Just keep dropping.
Reapers used to be so good in this map.
Even
Even in
get into the main so fast.
Yeah, if you remember in HOTS as well, 2-Rex Reaper, even in TVT, and I remember in TVP it was a thing for a while, where they open like 2 barracks, make 5 Reapers, I think was it, and then they kind of transition. Catalina, the good map. Okay.
Oh yeah.
In
and your player on the left.
In the 9 o'clock position, we have the Tilt Heron. Kirby? Let's go with that.
Kirby!
Boom.
And up in the top right-hand side, in the red, he's about to start a lethal chain reaction. It is reaction.
Wow.
Even has a sick death skull next to his command center on the ground. He's got the skull decal.
He means business.
Oh yeah. He's not one of these people that's like, oh, I've got a cute carbot zergling or something. It's like, no, this guy's gonna wreck a full reaction here, fighting for the pigsty. Do you have like is it like just the Beastie Army? What's the name for your subscribers?
Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys, of course, right? So that's fantastic.
It only makes
that's
sense.
Actually amazing.
He's one of those guys where you say good luck, have fun, and he's just like, die. Yeah. He's like, you're dead in 5 minutes, buddy. Okay, both of them opening safe. I think
Neville. I'm not sponsored by Razer anymore. Wait, can you still hear? Oh, we're on Skype, aren't we?
Yes.
Sorry, dude. My bad. I keep trying to just do shoutouts by muting my mic, and I'm in the habit of muting Discord with my hotkey.
Fine, no worries.
So I've been muting the wrong mic.
No worries.
I'm like, this is a respectful way to do it. I didn't even realize, like, the last 4 times I've done this, you've been able to hear. Sorry, man.
It's fine. This is a test run. It's my fault anyway. I'm a noob at using Discord.
No, let's just. It's not even your fault. That's just microphones being fucking microphones. Anyway,
Yeah.
my bad.
Blame the mic. Nah, no worries, man. Okay, so we'll see both of them opening safe. This is the last game. No one wants to die. No one wants to take that risk of Reaper expanding. And let's see that first meeting. Oh! Just like ships in the night.
I never send my Reaper across on this map because I'm always afraid of a Reaper getting in my base. But, I mean, it looks like... So we've got a second Reaper and a Cyclone coming out for reaction. So he should be fine. But Kirby's second Reaper is a little bit later. So, one SCV is going to go down very quickly. Good micro from reaction. But Kirby's going to get in there. It looks like he's going to do some damage as well.
Oh. Paying attention?
Oh, this is chaos. Looks like... I think... Oh, Kirby's going to escape, but I think he's going to catch. Oh, nice
both
micro
microing pretty well, actually. Both of them microing both sides. Stutter step.
Kirby. Oh, Kirby messed up. He accidentally jumped down the cliff. He got greedy trying to use the high ground.
Not like this.
He's going to get caught for show.
Oh.
He should have... Oh. The Cyclone's going across the map as well. Oh, nice play from reaction. But now Kirby comes in with the Revenge Reaper. Good grenade by reaction. And Cyclone's going to run into each other. They're both going to trade. They're both going to die. Oh, no, actually, I think reaction... No, they both died.
This game... I like it already.
This is sick. Unit's loss tab is almost identical. Looks like reaction has killed one worker. So that's his only advantage right now. And he's going to be going for a Liberator, whereas Kirby's going for a Banshee, but no cloak started. Okay, it's starting just now. Now, a Liberator in this scenario is actually game ending. I think reaction's going to win with that Liberator. Because if that Liberator just goes to the main, there's no Viking, there are no Marines, If Kirby doesn't start Marine production now, he will lose to that Liberator.
He is playing very greedy. No second Cyclone or no units. I think he will just end up dying to this like one Cyclone.
Yeah, you can't build a bunker on top of a Cyclone, unfortunately. Oh man,
maybe in the next patch. Not now.
Oh my god, there's still nothing that shoots up. A single Marine is on the way for Kirby. That takes like a minute to kill a Liberator. He's gonna lose his entire mineral line.
Did he mess up? Look at the add-ons on the factory in the barracks.
Oh wow, yeah, I think that's the wrong way around for sure. Yeah. Reaction's Liberator not queuing up right now. His Cyclone is gonna run home, but this is the game-ending move. Oh my god, that Liberator.
Okay. See what happens.
So much mining.
Okay, Marine is coming. Don't worry about it.
Ooh, good Reaper kills the Cyclone on the retreat. Reaction.
No engineering bay though. No engineering bay, no scan, and no second base from Reaction.
Yeah, actually, that is a good point. Reaction didn't move this lib zone, so even though he did big damage, he's got to siege that natural right now. The Banshee's got a ton of energy. Oh, the turret still hasn't started.
The one Marine is still shooting. Oh, he needs to go with Banshees right now. He has almost two, but he's not moving in.
Yeah, he's got to go. That Liberator, it forces even more lost mining time. It's going to kill another SCV. Finally, the Marine will queue that up. And here we go. The Banshee comes in, but there's a scan, Vikings, and a ton of Marines. That Banshee's going to go down, and that's going to buy the time to get this turret up. So, Reaction here, holding solid, but only on one base. So, I guess as long as Kirby keeps the Banshee alive, he can stop a counter push, right? But I think he needs to use the Banshees defensively. And right now, he's only got one Banshee at home. So I think Kirby's back in this, but he's got to defend with the Cloaked Banshee. That's the only way to hold on.
If Kirby plays this smart, he can definitely win just off of Cloaked Banshees. I would have liked personally to see, because he knows this is one base at this point. If he was if he just kept making Cloaked Banshees the whole game, he actually doesn't need anything else to win.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do it now, though. He's activated that Cloak. It's down to 33 energy. That Banshee, if it runs out of energy or it dies to a scan and it's so weak, it'll get killed from a single scan.
The siege tank?
This is such a big army.
Oh, did he? Wait, did he cancel the siege tank? I thought he had it on the way.
He built a medevac instead of the siege tank. Oh, bad choice by Kirby.
That's what you need.
The
Banshee in the main doing a lot of damage, but...
Yeah, it's up to 14 kills at this point, 15, but the natural command center of Kirby going to go down as Reaction leapfrogs these siege tanks. And the double engineering bay going down, Kirby, just a story of greed here on Catalina.
Yeah.
And I think Reaction realizing
he had
how aggressive the map is. Good play.
He had a good reaction to that build. Yeah, I went there. GG.
Good reaction. Yo. Yeah.
Funny. Okay, GG's.
GG's. What a way to finish it. TVT on Catalina.
We haven't had a ZVZ.
Catalina. Always build 2 to 3 cyclones on that map so you don't die.
Yeah. It's very, very risky map to try anything a little bit off or greedy. Any tips?
Early on, need more cyclones, I think. Especially on Catalina. Otherwise, because he was one base, just keep building Banshees, and he'll run out of scans.
I think there was a point where he had the cloak, but he kind of didn't go in with the Banshee.
Yeah. First Banshee.
Yeah, first Banshee was AFK for very long in the top left, I remember.
It went in 20 seconds faster, it stops the turret, and does more damage.
Yeah, but and he didn't have scan.
Yeah. Like, normally you get a Viking or Reactor Marine production non-stop, right? You need something that shoots up.
if you play one base against one base, you have to go Banshee into Viking or Banshee into Raven if you're constantly producing Cyclones. But he kind of didn't. I mean, he had a Marine against Liberator, which you know, just kind of not enough.
Yeah, I think this has been a really cool match, though. I want to say a big thanks to all of the subs on both sides, Beastie subs and my subs, who did support by playing, of course, subscribing to our streams, which helps us do what we do as StarCraft streamers. But by playing some awesome matches, you know, it's all good fun. You know, I will secretly be taking jabs on Twitter over the next few weeks at Beastie until he challenges us again to another sub war, and make sure the Beastie subs can step up and maybe take us out next time.
We gotta start practicing.
Exactly, we're gonna get practicing. So guys, do make sure you go and give each other a follow. You know, guys, if you're not watching Beastie's stream, likewise, if you're on Beastie's stream, you better go follow my stream right now.
Follow Pig. Make sure to check out the YouTube channel, especially now that he's doing not only Zerg but more of a random content, just like I am. Which is very good. You know, no matter what race you are, you can always follow. You know, one day you'll watch a little bit of Protoss, tomorrow you watch a little bit of Zerg. You get to learn different point of views, which I think is very important for StarCraft. You know, you can kind of see what annoys the other race, and can kind of abuse that. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
So, do you want to play a 4v4 to finish off with subs?
Sure, sounds good.
First in, first served. We don't care about balancing the teams. Like, let's just
try
not to have 4 Masters players on one team and 3 players.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we need. Wait. Are we casting the 4v4 or are we participating in it?
Let's just play it. Let's just have a chaotic match where we play. So we're captains of each of our teams, and then we can just kind of hop on and play a 4v4 to finish off here. So everyone who wants to play, just get into chat channel Beastie Pig or Pig Beastie.
Or Pig Cutie or Cutie Pig. All 4 of them work. And apparently we're in all of them as well.
So hop onto the US server, guys. We can play like US East or Central. Doesn't matter. I don't really care. And yeah, we'll just host up a map. So why don't you host up a map now, Beastie, as you're the party leaders. Just grab one of these 4v4 maps. I don't really care. Maybe a Laney Enclave or something, or I don't know. Whichever. Doesn't really matter. And we'll just hop in and see how we go.
Pig, you know what you should do? Try out playing against 7 elite AIs. It's a lot of fun.
I imagine there's a lot of abusing the AI with that one.
You should try it. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy the challenge.
What rates?
So I did the 1 versus 7 elite AI with Terran, like 7 Zerg, 7 Protoss, 7 Terran, 7 random. I did it with Zerg, but only against 7 Protoss. And I did it with Protoss against 7 Protoss and 7 Zergs, I think. The Zerg is definitely the hardest, because, you know, you can imagine.
You don't get siege tanks and bombs.
Yeah, if you get the lurkers, maybe, but it's very, very difficult.
Yeah. Alright. It's gonna be fun, dude. So is it subs only, Eric Master? I don't know. We're not gonna really bother checking with this. This is just whoever gets in there first and throws their hand up. So can't bother. You know, I think it'll be fine either way. You know, subs do tend to take a bit of priority, but we know not everyone is always in a position to sub. Some of you are 13 years old and don't have a credit card or a PayPal. Some of you simply can't, you know, afford to throw some money at video games right now, and that's all fine. But we're just going to get it organized as quickly as possible. So throw me into the bottom team. Oh crap, Eon Blue's in here. Nice. Okay, so Eon Blue's like GM,
we need to...
but I can get him to off race so that he's only Masters level.
Okay, type. Okay, you going team 2?
All right, so oh my god. Okay, I think we're gonna have to share the players around because Pursuit and Eon Blue are both. Eon Blue's legit GM, and Pursuit's like top rank Masters 1. So we're gonna have to split those up. So I think we should give you Pursuit maybe or Eon Blue, one of those two, and Eon Blue or Pursuit should go up. Which one of you wants to
to betray me?
Yeah.
It's like whoever says yes, I will ban you.
Alright, Pursuit will be an honorary Beastie Boy, he says. So if one of your Beastie guys
that was a misclick. Yeah. That was a misclick. Let's make that clear.
Oh, who's the host?
Can I get invite back?
Kirby's the host now. Kirby, you're a host. Re-invite Beastie. Or make me host, please. So guys, sorry if you didn't get in. It's a 4v4, pretty limited space. But if you guys want to play a 4v4, you know, you guys should just hop in the channel. You know, Pig Beastyqt on NA, and just organize your own one and play alongside while you're watching. Would actually be a really cool one if you guys are dual monitor nerds like many of us are these days anyway. But yeah, we're just going to play this to finish up, and then we're going to go back into the regular kind of stream rhythm. In terms of what we're going to be doing later today, I think I'm going to try and hit up some people from games later today.
So you've been playing a lot of the test map. How is it? Because I did not have the chance.
Shield batteries are fun.
Is it good though?
Yeah, it's actually good. It's actually very good. It's like little things, like little pressure doesn't do anything anymore. Like if you go in with like 6 Zerglings into a mineral line, Protoss should always just have a shield battery in every mineral line. Like a small Ling run by achieves nothing now, right?
How much is this? 100?
75 minerals.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's very cheap.
But it heals 300 shields. So the thing is, it buys a lot of time against those small things. But things like Banelings, you know, if you've got 8 Marines all single firing on probes, it doesn't really matter. But if you just like hold position Marines in a mineral line, right? Sometimes you do like that lazy sort of micro or an A move. All the damage gets spread and it's just getting like healed instantly. And it actually buys a lot of time. So it kind of forces you to be a lot more decisive in killing workers in mineral lines. It's actually kind of cool.
But does it do anything in the mid and late game? Like if there's a drop with stem? Or is it just like, oh,
they did make me the party leader. Okay, I shouldn't have told them to do that. So it's not like absolutely game changing, but I think that the bigger change is the Stalker, especially in TVP.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put Pursuit up, and we're gonna take Fiend. Yeah, we'll just take Fiend. So we're gonna give you Pursuit. We get Fiend. So we're gonna swap those two.
Okay.
I think this should be pretty good. I'm just gonna play random here, guys.
I like how everyone in my team is just tearing
it up, man. I guess I could give you Aeon Blue maybe, Zerg, or you can just play pure Terran.
I'll do random.
Anyway.
So
I guess it's yeah. I mean, we're pretty much both teams are Terran at this point.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Let's do it. You ready?
Sure. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Let's hope everyone's ready.
Yeah. So because Widow Mines get revealed after shooting now, you don't need to get detection as early. So I've had a lot of success against players like Canning and other people on the test map doing cheesy ghost rushes because you don't need to upgrade cloak anymore. So
yeah, I
just
feel
like
it's a little bit broken. I mean, I haven't.
But they're so mineral intensive. That's the problem with ghosts. Like with a Banshee rush, it's mostly gas, so you can get like 3rd CC barracks behind it. But if you proxy a barracks on the map, like it takes so much minerals to build a barracks and then build ghosts out of it. I feel like it kind of ruins your transition a little bit.
I mean, there was. Wait, Zombie Grub leaves base rate TV?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this new news on Reddit or something?
Yeah, it's first.
Oh, wow.
Wait, is this real?
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, Zombie's been kicking some ass lately, but I guess, I mean, is she like leaving them, like never casting for them, or maybe she's just leaving?
I don't know.
Main. We'll have to. I guess we'll read up on that after this game.
Yeah, that drama over a little cup
ridiculous.
of coffee. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. So many questions with no answers.
So many questions. Okay, so jeez, there's a lot of Terran in this game.
Oh, you don't want to know.
I spawned as Terran. Did you get Terran as
Yeah, I got Terran. Are you serious?
What the hell, man?
Wait, RB8, are you? Wait, Dragonfly. Is Dragonfly Terran as well?
Dragonfly got Protoss, so he's out one Terran.
So it's 7 Terran and 1 Protoss.
Quick, make oracles, we'll instantly win. That's actually hilarious. That's so funny. So apparently she's not leaving, she's just taking, not casting as much, is what Dragonfly Aeon Blue said, so that's cool.
Nice. Let me see this. I think the thread is literally zombie crop leaves base trade. That's why I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's usually the way of Reddit.
The clickbait?
threads. Get the clickbait title down. Everyone will upvote and get excited.
The way
I
of
don't mind it,
YouTubing.
as long as people discuss things, you know, it gets people excited, interested.
Yeah. Oh well. Hope the base trade doesn't like this ban because StarCraft kind of needs base trade TV.
Yeah, they're actually awesome for the scene.
Yeah, like I actually thought about it recently. The amount of content they put out is insane. Like just think about it. Without them, how many tournaments would there be? It's crazy. We would not go for SET.
Our
And that's
allies
it.
are being attacked.
Okay. You know what we should have all done?
Command center upgrade.
3 Rex Reaper.
We should have actually. I'm pretty sure the team that did that would have just won the game.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
But just for the fun of it, we should have all attacked Protoss.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies have not enough minerals.
Big job.
Oh wait, hold up. Oh, apparently I was out of the loop, but my team is doing that.
SCV complete.
Doesn't seem it's too successful, but I applaud them for trying.
Not enough minerals.
They tried.
They try. That's what matters in the end, right?
Oh my god.
Our allies.
I told everyone to share control, no one did it. Most people don't know how to share control, unfortunately.
Not enough
Oh my god.
additional supply depots required. Our allies are being not enough minerals. Not enough add-on complete. Our allies are being attacked.
Oh, the 2 adepts.
Arm? Are you? This better be good.
Our allies base not is under attack. Not enough
Oh my god, the oracles. Uh-oh. The 1 Protoss
Our allies
Gets
are
in.
being attacked.
makes people
Oh
salty.
my god, Smokey, can you stop
Our
microing this
allies'
Reapers?
base
Goddamn.
is- Our allies are being attacked.
Get out of my base! Finally.
Oh, me?
Oh
No,
my
I'm
God.
not touching anything. I'm just chilling
Yeah, yeah.
back in my base.
Oh yeah, it's Smokey. It's your
yeah.
normally mech player
Command
who
center upgrade
was just running
complete.
circles around our base for like the last
Yeah.
45
Our
seconds.
allies' base-
Apparently
One Protoss ruins the fun.
Reapers are mech units
Our
after all it
allies'
seems.
base- our allies are being attacked.
Like these oracles just killing everything.
Not enough.
1
minerals.
Protoss ruins the
Our
fun.
allies are being attacked.
I'm such a bro. I'm gonna build a turret in my teammate's base. Gotta be a bro, guys.
Oh my god.
Add-on.
We are dead, I think.
Fire! Daylight burning!
Our allies are being attacked.
In the rear with the gear.
Our allies are being attacked.
Oh, we have these like side bases as well. Oh, this map's cool.
Yeah, I can't build here.
Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack. Our allies are being attacked.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
No, not like this.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies' base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack. Your forces are under attack.
Oh my god. The oracles
Are being
killing
attacked.
everything.
Team games are such a cluster.
Cluster F.
They're a cluster, man. I normally swear all the time. For some reason, I don't know why. Just then I was like, oh, I can't swear. Ooh, BC. Someone on your team has a BC, so
Yeah.
I think you guys win the
It's me.
Battle of Awesomeness. I don't know if you'll actually win the game, but you'll definitely win the Awesomeness award.
Sure, we'll take it.
Our allies' base is under attack.
Cyclone received.
Not enough minerals.
Fiend! Deal with the battle cruiser, please.
Yeah.
Not enough minerals. Research complete.
The battle cruiser is going to cause us a lot of trouble.
Not enough minerals.
Wow,
Huh?
Not
BC's
enough
doing some
minerals.
work, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't think that's enough work though. PCs need to go full time doing work.
Waiting on you.
Not enough. Our allies are not enough minerals.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, now we're hoping on the left side, got boys to do something.
Oh, really?
Comms open. Got
Yes, Commander. What is it?
Go
Our
ahead.
allies' base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Additional, your forces, our allies are being attacked. Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies. Not enough. Our allies are being. Our allies' base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
What's
Our
going on?
allies' base is under attack.
Don't worry guys, we might lose, but we're also...
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Our allies are not enough minerals. Mineral field completed. Our allies' base not enough minerals. Our allies' base is our allies are being attacked.
Yes,
Our
Commander.
allies are being attacked.
What is it?
Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies are being attacked. Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies, your forces, are under attack.
In the fleet.
Mineral field completed.
Yeah.
Yes, Commander. Patching you through. Oh,
Huh? SCV ready.
Our allies' base is under attack.
Go ahead.
yes, Commander.
Taking some fire here.
Oh, really?
Not enough minerals.
Yes.
Bad news.
What is it?
Add-on.
Yes, sir.
Is this the comeback?
Our allies are being
Taking some
attacked.
fire here.
Not enough minerals.
You hail. What is it?
Your forces are under attack.
I'm
Our
going.
allies are not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What is it? You called in the fleet. Well, yes, Commander. Oh, really?
Upgrade complete.
What's going on?
Yes, Commander.
Our allies are being attacked. Your forces are under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough additional supply. Not enough minerals. Not our allies are being attacked. Not enough minerals.
You
Upgrade
hail?
complete.
Yes, Commander. Well, what is it?
They're my Marines.
In the
I
rear.
just killed the drop.
Our allies are mineral
My own
field.
teammate just like fleeing from my drops like crazy.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What is it? Yes, Commander.
In the
Our
rear with the
allies are
gear.
being attacked. Not enough minerals. Our allies' base is under attack.
Well, you hail?
Our allies are being attacked.
Huh?
Our allies are being attacked.
Yes, Commander.
What's going on?
You hail? Oh, really?
Our SCVs are under attack.
Yes, Commander.
Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies forces are under attack. Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies' base is under attack. Beastyqt Geyser exhausted.
Big
Our
job.
allies are being attacked.
Yes, Commander. What is it?
Your forces are under attack. Not base is under attack. Our allies' base are being attacked.
No. Everybody together! Stop throwing your units away, guys!
Beastyqt Geyser exhausted. Our SCVs are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Cauterize.
Our allies are being attacked.
You hail? Patching received.
Huh? Huh?
Our allies are being attacked. Not enough minerals.
Yes.
Bad news?
Mineral field depleted.
Oh, really? Called in the fleet.
Our mineral field depleted.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
Command center upgrade complete.
Ah! You scared me!
Oh, really?
Our
What is it?
allies are being attacked.
Big job.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked.
Oh my god, your team is so coordinated. How'd you get them to be so coordinated?
Using pings for mobile games. Like on my
no,
way
no,
and stuff.
No one's noticing the pings on my team. Ah, people keep fighting on their own. It's like the golden rule of, I think, late game team games is like you've really got to know when to just not fight and just only wait until your armies are together. GG's. The BC comeback in with the memes.
I did not expect that.
Neither did I. I was like, I'm pretty sure we can't lose. We're like so far ahead. Oh my god.
Wow.
Who knows?
Roger.
GG.
GG.
GG. The BC's for the carry.
Wow. GG.
Usually people crumble really hard when they're under attack, but yeah. I mean, where were you? What was your spawn? Bottom right?
I was bottom right, yeah. I mean, when you
right,
said
but your
like...
production was protected, right? So, because Smokey, his production got messed up like multiple times. But because
I don't know who was
even
next
then,
to
he
me.
still...
I'm not sure who was next to me.
I think it was Smokey, because he went the multiple racks Reaper. Then we totally messed him up, because if we look at the graph, Smokey had like next to no workers forever. He was trailing on your team really bad. But yeah, me and Fiend got wrecked on the right hand side by your BCs and also some drops from you and Smokey. So
the left side got completely destroyed by the oracles. It was so sad to watch. It was literally like 3 oracles, and it's just like Reapers and SCVs being like, no, just
oh my
running
god,
around.
I can see it.
Yeah,
and that was Pursuit as well. He was like one of the really good Terrans that you had.
Yeah,
I'm looking at his worker graph. He's down to like 15 workers at like almost 6 minutes.
when you were attacking on the right side, like I'm looking at their base and it's like oracles flying, and I see your units on the right, and I have like 4 Hellions and 2 Widow Mines and a battle cruiser coming in like 30 seconds. I'm like, wow, well that's going to be a fast game.
Like we put a big dent in your workers, but it wasn't enough.
Oh
like,
yeah,
your PCs did so much damage. It's actually so funny looking at this worker graph because there's like me is purple, Fiend is on my team, green is he on blue, and we also had Reaction, and we're all kind of like relatively smoothly building up. But then I think we just took terrible engagements. Let's look at the army graph. Like your BCs did so much because they kept just teleporting away and pulling us out of position. Yeah, you had the sickest army value. Reaction had pretty good army value, but I think we just didn't group our armies together enough. And then Pursuit caught back up. I think Pursuit's like macro after losing all his SCVs at the start was super impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was I mean, I think it was one of those things where we all expanded. They did 3 racks, right? I'm not sure how committed you guys were to your pushes, but it felt like after the initial push, there was no pressure, so we kind of caught up. I mean, I lost the whole mineral line as well. Like, literally, I lost 20-something SCVs to your Banshee, and then I was like, oh, Missile Turret is about to be done, and then 4 Oracles come in and just clean everything up. And I was like, oh, man. That's kind of...
You bounced back real well, though. Your macro was on point.
That was fun. 44 games, man. They're either super disappointing with, like, you know, 12 racks Reaper from 4 Terrans and the other team just dies, or they turn into these long games.
Hells yeah, and that was the ideal 4v4 there. Sick comeback, defending the aggression, bouncing back. The battlecruiser memes won the day, and that was pretty sick. So I'm gonna hop out of the party now.
Alright.
I'm gonna head off and I guess play a little bit of regular ladder and then maybe do some PTR or some
I'll host you up since it's 1 AM here.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's been
this was awesome. We should definitely do this again.
Sure.
If you guys in chat have any suggestions to make it more exciting, something you'd prefer to see, always open to suggestions. Not promising I will do anything you tell, but
of course.
If you get a good suggestion, I will definitely always try to find a way to make it work.
The one thing I thought of instantly is we could do a 2v2 match, like subs, or an Archon match.
Oh yeah.
because that would be like a way to mix it up.
Get a few more players involved. Like
Yeah.
we could do have like us still cast, but have like like a 2v2 or a 3v3 element. Get more players involved.
Yeah, more
as
players
well.
in. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It would be pretty interesting to see something like an Archon match with with Diamond players or Master or Plat, just to see how much better they would be. But anyway, guys,
Well,
make
sometimes
sure.
works when.
Yeah. Guys, make sure to check out PiG's, again, YouTube channel, Twitch content, join his Discord, join his clan, join anywhere he is, because, like I said, he's been making content for a very long time, and if you love StarCraft, you should love his content as well.
Vice versa, same back at you guys. Go check out Beasty on YouTube and everything. One of my current Terran builds is off Beasty's YouTube, the 3cc, 4 Hellion 3cc TVZ.
The
One of my
good
main
old?
builds right now. Learned that off your YouTube. So
good old?
yeah,
Alright,
bloody
cool.
good.
Thanks
So
for...
Innovation just used it the other week as well.
Yeah, well, he got it off of my YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's where Innovation goes.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that interview with Björn, right? It started off as a meme. Like I was telling people, like Björn is taking my builds, like as joking, and then after he won BlizzCon, he said in an interview that he's watching like for my and your thermal builds, and I was like, "See, guys, I told you," and I was like trolling the whole time. That was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Anyway, thank you for playing. This was a lot of fun. We should definitely do it again. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed as well, and we'll catch
Have
you
a good
next
night,
time.
brother.
Good night.
See you later, bro.